Buffalo Fanatics, what's going on? What is going on? You already know what's up. I'm trying to get these damn transitions going. What's going on, everyone? Listen, who's over here ready for the game? I'm ready for the game. And listen, I'm extremely excited that I'm able to enjoy every game with you guys, right? It's all about the live reactions. And listen, those who watch games live, we all know how we act. So it should be fun. It should be exciting. I'm going to try to make this as entertaining as possible, of course. But again, I'm going to need the help from each and every last one of y'all. So listen, I'm excited. How are you guys feeling tonight? Listen, Josh Allen is about to start. So, how long are we wanting him to play? I mean, talk to me. Let me know what you guys feel, man. But first, before we even get started with that, go ahead and turn that off. Before we get started with that, everyone knows that, before every game, we have to take a shot at something, right? And before we do, I'm going to wait for those who are wanting to take a shot with me right before the game. And we'll make this a weekly tradition where every game, we're taking the shot with each other, right? So I'll go ahead and wait for you guys. Whenever you guys are ready, just go ahead and put the thumbs up in the chat. I got my Jack. Can never go wrong with some Jack. But I'll go ahead and wait for you guys, man. But look, it looks like I just finished seeing a tweet right now from, Joe Buscaglia, who said that the starting guys who were taking reps were Josh Allen, Devin Singletary. It looks like he's going to be the one that's going to be starting. Hold on, let me pull it back up again. But man, what's going on? CR, what's up, man? What's up? Peaches, how you doing? How you doing? Scott, you already know, baby. Crown Royale, you ready? All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. So it looks like right now we got, let me pull it up. I'm sorry about that, fellas and ladies. All right, so we got Josh Allen, Devin, Gilliam at fullback, Diggs, Gabe, and Sweeney. As that right there was, that first surprise. Sweeney? What happened to, OJ Howard? I know Knox with the family, and, shout out to Knox and everything that, him and his family's probably going through. I know that's big right there. That has to be huge. So, rest in peace, and, you're definitely in the prayers for sure. But then after that, we have, on the offensive line, we have Dawkins, Saffold, Morris, Bates, and David Quessenberry. All right. So is the injury with, Spencer Brown that bad, or is Quessenberry kind of making some noise, right? I mean, like, you would have to think. So we got a Snook says Josh Allen the Diggs for 70. What, on the first drive already? It's like that. Okay. Now, again, it looks as if OJ Howard is not starting. Exactly, Scott. And that was where I was like, And he was in the fourth quarter late in last preseason game. And we all know what that means, right? If you're in late in the fourth quarter, you're normally a guy that is on the bubble. And then he's not starting this week. So, you definitely have to, be mindful of that. But listen, what are you guys feeling right now, man? I'm excited for the game. I can't wait for that thing to get started. Let me go ahead and see if it's on right now. Hold on real quick. Go ahead and set that up. Yeah, man, I'm excited for this game, man. I use the zone, and sometimes the zone is like it gives you hold on, like hit or miss. But while we're waiting here, those who are ready for this shot, let's go ahead and take this shot. Scott, I know you're ready. So this right here is for the Bills win. All right. We should be good. Let's see. It's not letting me try to go to the plan B that I had. Give me 1 second. Right? It's always going to be something, man. The first game, first time streaming, trying to get everything set up. You already know there's always hiccups. Now, you know what? Hold on. Let me actually be right back and try to get this game on. Give me 1 second.
Yo, this shit OP.
Buffalo Bills won the coin.
All right, so we should be good right now for a little bit. I guess the zone was telling me that I was logged into so many accounts, and I'm like, what are you talking about? So they weren't letting me get in, so I had to, do some hack just to try to see if I can get this thing working or not. But it looks like I'm in just in time. Let me know if you guys are able to hear the game in the background. Let's see where we're at.
And obviously the only concern is injury, but you do want to get ready, and the Bills are going to try and do that today. Montrell Washington on the return as a member of the Bills lost his helmet. Nick McLeod.
All right, let me see where we're at right here.
Special teams for the Bills.
All right, here we go.
Out comes the veteran Josh Johnson. He will start at quarterback today for Denver. Now at the age of 36. He had a couple of touchdown passes in Denver's win against
All right, let me see where we're at.
a week ago. So all the Bills.
Let me see if this works right here.
Expected to be out there, with the exception of Von Miller, who was the captain. He went out for the coin toss against his former team. And
all right, here we go.
Are still getting back.
All right, so we got Edmonds and Milano back there for sure.
Will not play today for Buffalo. On first down, Johnson looking to throw.
Edmonds already. Edmonds looking fast already. I like that right there. Definitely like that right there. Let me go ahead and set this up real quick.
Blue Cross Blue Shield of Western New York. No surprise there, Jordan Phillips.
Wow. Go.
Guy up front with Ed Oliver.
I'm about to say, man, don't tell me the feed's about to cut out. All right, let's go.
Tremaine Edmonds, Matt Milano. Of course, the Bills only start two linebackers. Nobody lines up there in the middle. It's Tremaine Edmonds all the way. And, of course, you mentioned the secondary. A lot different than you.
We got Oliver, Rousseau.
Hand off to Boone.
Easy money.
He gets a couple of yards.
Yo, how's the volume at the game? Are you guys able to hear the game okay? Let me know so I can try to get all these levels correct.
At some point, Christian Benford will come in as they continue to want to get looks at the rookies, Elam and Benford. Yeah, the secondary has been an area of concern, as has the offensive line, just because of the injuries. Jordan Poyer getting his elbow a little bit nicked up. He's sitting down. Micah Hyde, just a little bit nicked up. He's going to sit down today and get some rest. But the cornerbacks,
all right, where we at?
Who have, without Tre'Davious White, there's always a concern, but they have really stepped up. All
right, it's 3rd and 8 right now.
3rd down and 8. Johnson over the middle, and it is caught for a first down. Montrell Washington, the rookie out of Samford.
That was a good catch right there.
And it's a pickup of 19 yards. Working one-on-one with Taron Johnson right out of the slide. He's going to come from your right to your left across the screen, and right in the middle is pretty well covered.
That was a good ass hit by
just a little bit out of position. He was right with him, but his body.
Your boy Jaquan Johnson.
The receiver couldn't get his arm around in front. Nice route there.
All right, come on, D-line.
Receiver picks up the first down.
Jordan Phillips bashing. SHAQ Lawson.
From the 42-yard line, Johnson back to the air, finds the tight end Albert O, who's
there you
spun
go.
down by Jaquan Johnson.
All right, so I actually do like Johnson. I really do like Johnson, man. I think Johnson, he's always been consistent to me. You know what I mean?
Since 2018, only the Ravens.
It's like he never makes mistakes.
Preseason win streak that is active, 21 in a row for Baltimore. Second down and 6. Hand off to Boone. He slips.
There you go.
And then he gets away.
But he missed that tackle, though. Golly. I try to give you love, Johnson.
Yeah, like
I try to give you love, big fella.
Just couldn't make this tackle. He's going to come right here.
Get him.
And just
damn.
Ducks his head, can't get his arms around Boone. And
I take it all back.
That's a missed tackle. That's one of the things that you've got to be able to do as a safety.
Yo, man, I do apologize if I'm so late. I had to actually,
so good at it, but the Bills
dub a video off of YouTube to see if I can, find the game as I try to figure out this damn zone.
First down and 10. And the Broncos keeping it on the ground.
All right. Let's see where we're at.
There from the white hat.
Bring it back.
It's going to go on Eric Saubert. Our referee today is Bill Vinovich. And Vinovich himself called that. It's very late, and you wonder why it came from the other side.
All right, so
their angles are better when the official will watch it from this direction.
I wasn't impressed with SHAQ Lawson last week,
Lawson come off,
and I'm not necessarily impressed with Lawson this week so far, man.
I'm a little surprised they called.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think he's a lock,
and the play
in my opinion.
Really fast, but Lawson obviously was in position to make the play.
No, because he's always been one that's always been known for holding the edge, right? So you have to hold that edge right there regardless, right? And I don't necessarily think he was held right there.
Now he's resetting the game, but they're just going to say, hey, we're going to go ahead and go. I don't know what the stoppage was, probably a clarification.
Yeah, man.
So first down and 20 for Denver. Quick pass caught by Washington again, and he's right.
There you go, Edmonds.
Midfield.
That was a good. Yeah, that was a good tackle right there by Edmonds.
Hamlin again in on the tackle. This is one of the things about the inside line.
Edmonds looks fast,
with just two lines,
and I'll give him that.
Edmonds. This is why Edmonds is so good. He covers so much ground. He's so long.
Yeah.
And
that was good.
Athletic, he can get to that sideline. They threw that ball to a wider receiver who played in the slot. Edmonds read the play, got out there faster than they could get to the sideline. It was Taron Johnson who got there first.
All right, second and 14.
Down and 14. Johnson over the middle, and it's caught by Boone, who spins away.
Edmonds is like, come on, baby.
Great job.
Every time I give these guys some, what's up?
Cincinnati, Jaquan Johnson on the tackle.
He knocked out Milano.
I think one of the things you're seeing about this Bills defense already is a couple of missed tackles. You see here, Jermaine Edmonds gets stepped away from Milano right there.
Edmonds, what's up, big fella? Come on, man. I need you to knock his ass out, not your own man's.
And with the rules the way they are about contact. Third down and 1. Give it up the middle to Andrew.
Yeah, man. This D right here looks weak right now. We're looking weak.
You don't get a chance to hit like back in the old days when the leather helmets when I played. But you really do have to get.
Let me see, man. How do you guys feel about this, man? Let me pull up the chat.
Sense of self-preservation. You go in there to tackle, and
right?
It's hard to jump in and push against somebody and jump into a guy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure, right?
You got to get used to.
Come on, baby.
And it does seem that the Bills' starting defense here is a little
right. Exactly. Yo, I got to stop doing that every single time. I'm getting caught up.
One of the things.
All right, let's see where we're at.
Always do is tackle well. Not so far today. Beck got just
first and 10.
So it's a first down for Denver. Jaquan Hardy in at running back. Johnson, play fake, fires, and it's broken.
Hey, who's that?
And a late flag comes.
Dane Jackson. Oh, they gave him the flag?
flag comes in from behind.
Oh!
Yeah, it looked like he's lost his balance and fell into the receiver on the way down, and it looked like there was just too much contact.
Okay, let me see this one. Let me see this one.
They got tangled up, or he had his momentum going. He couldn't hold up. We'll see what it looks like right here. And he's got his hand. He's got a.
Oh, that wasn't. Come on, ref.
That looks like it was really well defended.
Oh, that was perfect. Dane Jackson, I see you. Don't worry about it.
Illegal contact.
You definitely got a point from me on that one. For sure.
You know, those officials are doing what they think is best.
Come on, Dane.
Those receivers to
come on, ref.
Run those routes without interference.
He's like, you owe me one, ref. You owe me one.
Johnson completes it again, and the tackle is made by Tyrell Dotson.
One of the things about this defense,
yeah, man, you're looking real weak right now.
Here, Andrew, is that they're going with 3 linebackers. Dotson is on the field. He usually is not. And I think it's an answer to the person.
I'm not quite sure, right?
Putting out there
it's
2 tight ends.
It's not looking too good right now.
And a back with 2 wides, and that puts Dotson on the field.
10th play of the opening drive for Denver.
All right, where we at right here? We have. All right, there you go, right there, Johnson. There you go, Johnson. You made up for the last one. Yo, man, I like Johnson. I do like Johnson. And watch him mess up because I'm giving him credit right here, Sweat. Good tackle right there.
Rousseau comes off the field as well as they keep rotating now. Boogie Basham in the game along with SHAQ Lawson at the ends.
All right, let's go.
And 3 corners and the 2 safeties.
And we got Phillips.
The personnel of the Broncos.
Third down
and Daquan Jones, it looks like.
2 for 2 on third downs this drive.
Let's go.
Bills bringing pressure.
Hit
Johnson
it.
Looking for
Get that.
Hinton, and he's got it along the sideline. No.
Incomplete. Ooh. Dane Jackson.
Yeah,
okay, Dane.
On that play than it was on the one that
he still caught it, though. You got lucky on that one.
In good coverage, tight coverage on the sidelines.
That was a good-ass catch. Ooh, that was a good-ass catch. Luckily, he got out of bounds. For sure. Okay, baby. Oh, snap. I don't know why the score is all jacked up. My bad. Hold on, let me there we go.
3-yard attempt for Brandon McManus and the 9th-year kicker out of
there we go. Now we set up. Golly. Yo, man, so how do you guys feel right there? That first drive looked like some straight up garbage. Some absolute garbage, man. How do you guys feel, man? I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that, right? It's like, listen, one of the main things was just, us having this D-line rotation. And I've never been a fan of it. I understand why they do it. I get it. But I'm not a fan of it because I'm sitting here like how is anyone supposed to get their feet wet if they're always being rotated in and out? Now, we shall see, how it goes, during the regular season, because I know, Von Miller, he's been very, very vocal saying, look, I want to be in the game. Put me in the damn game, coach. Right? So that's definitely going to be interesting right there. But, look, I wasn't a fan of that drive, man. Now, hopefully the offense right now can wake me up pretty much, right? Because that damn drive, man, come on, baby. Come on. Now, Bobby says right here, man, the boys need snaps. And listen, man, that right there, all that fighting they've been doing all camp, okay, I want to see that fight right here. Show me that fight, right? Now, let me see what's going on IG. It's just, listen, if you guys aren't following us on IG, you have to make sure you guys are doing that. Bobby Ray, Bobby B, co-founder of Buffalo Fanatics. Huge shout out to my guy. We're almost at that 100,000. So listen, anything and everything you need, will always be right here. All the updates, videos, tributes, everything you need is all right here, man. I want to see Elam do another one of these. That's what I want to see right there. So look, if you guys aren't following us, go to supportbf.com. You'll find everything right there. But look, how are you guys feeling? I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to go. Try to pull up that game again, see what's up, see where we're at. Here we go. Here he is. That boy Josh Allen, baby. There he is. Hold on, man. I gotta put my horn out there. I gotta put the horn out there. Let's go, Josh. All right, so it does look like Quessenberry is at right tackle to start.
Namely, so just the value of playing a game. He's been
let's get that ball to RB1 real quick.
Get them out there, and as Cynthia pointed out, Josh Allen working with Ken Dorsey for the first time as offensive coordinator. Allen on first down, and it's caught over the middle.
Yo, everybody's sleeping on McKenzie. I'm telling you, I think he's the X factor. Josh Allen made it a point when asked the question, what player most impressed you? And he mentioned McKenzie. He's like, yo, watch out for McKenzie. That speed alone is going to just open up this offense tremendously.
They want this offense to look crisp, and one of the ways they do that is to throw some quick timing routes to get the ball out of his hands, and it looks sharp, looks crisp, and it's easier to execute.
Yo, man, how's the audio how's the game audio? Look, I'm telling you, RB1. Listen, everyone's sleeping on my guy, Motor. Don't sleep on Motor. I understand he doesn't have that long speed. I get it. But he's always been consistent at what he does at a very high level. He has the power like Zach Moss. There's no need for the short yardage guy. He can do it all. The only thing he can't do fine is take it, you know what I mean? He doesn't have that long speed. Cool. Or that quick burst, but his everything else is elite. Right back to him. Watch out for my guy. Watch out for my guy.
Blue Cross Blue Shield of Western New York gives us our Bills starting offense, Steve.
I'm telling you, man, Motor looks crisp. I'm telling you. Yo, right? Rev, I remember. On my mama. On my mama. I've been saying that thing for years now. Since he's entered the league, he's produced.
2nd down and 4. Quick pass to Diggs. Diggs has the first down.
This offense is going to be nice.
And Stephon Diggs moves the chains. And once again,
yes, Morris is starting over Howard. Listen, Mike, just how crazy is that? Not Sweeney, but Morris.
I think the red zone
OJ
be the real test because that's when there's no escape.
It's almost like he has to be injured, right? Or
it just takes complete crisp.
Has he been that bad during camp?
Stall in the red zone, and we'll see how the Bills do once they get down inside the red zone. Singletary.
Look at that.
A 2-yard pickup for.
He's going to try to get the most he can get.
So
I'm a big fan.
Is starting at right tackle today. You see him there in the middle of your screen. But Spencer Brown is expected to play.
Yeah, Steven.
Him up after his offseason,
and that's the only problem too, right? It's just it's either what audio up. All right, I'll turn the audio up.
Last 2 or 3 years, been one of the least injured teams, and a lot of
it's either you're listening to the game with me or all of our times are going to be different.
Empty set on 2nd down. Allen with time. Now fires looking end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown! Gabe Davis.
I'm telling you, everyone, listen, come on. Where the damn? Let me play that joint. Hey. Gabe Davis. Yo, he's a rock star. Just like my man said. Look at that. He said, my arm is stronger than yours. That's exactly what happened right there. My arm's stronger than yours. Like, let's fucking go. Right? Let's fucking go. Yo, I'm telling you, this is going to be a fun-ass season. This is preseason. How the hell am I getting this hype during preseason? It's because my man Josh out there throwing missiles. See? Yo, that's how we do it right there. That's how we do it right there. That was amazing. Yo, what's the chat over here talking about? Oh, man, this is going to be awesome. That's my man, Rev. I'm telling you, this right here is going to be a dangerous offense, right? I've been in many, many chats where, people were on there saying, well, who the hell is Gabe Davis? He only had one good game. Why, if he was that good, why hasn't he been playing? And those who know were always saying, listen, watch out for Gabe. Watch out for Gabe. Everybody in camp right now that has been watching every practice, they've all said, listen, ain't nothing I can say. Even if you try to find something bad with Gabe, I can't find it. Gabe has been that good. It's like, okay, he's borderline fucking threatening to be the number one this year. Like, I'm saying it right now type shit. He's been that good. Because, again, it all comes down to who Josh trusts in those crucial moments. Now, I don't know exactly the route that Diggs ran right there, but in a crucial moment when Josh, he looked for Gabe and said, listen, I'm going to just throw it up to Gabe. Bang! First chance he got to, come through, Gabe came through. Shout out to Gabe Davis. That right there was big. I'm hyped right now, and it's fucking preseason. Ain't that about some shit? Man. So what's going on with y'all, man? Hey, go Broncos. Go Broncos. Hey, go Broncos. Now, but on a serious note, though, I like the Broncos, man. I do like the Broncos. Because it's like, listen, in this league, there's many, many teams that just need that quarterback, right? It's like, GMs have done an amazing job, trying to figure out how to build everything else. And everyone knows that, man, that damn quarterback is a major piece. And if you can find that guy, then everything else works out. Oh.
Finally wrapped up at the 35-yard line. Cam Lewis makes the special teams play.
Oh my God. Come on.
Gabe Davis, let's send it down to Cynthia.
They almost ran that one back.
Tasker got this one wrong,
right? So now, adding Russell Wilson to, that Broncos offense, I think, that could be a major piece.
With 4 touchdowns in a playoff game and the 9th most yards at 2.
Yo, so how's the game audio? How's it sounding like?
He did. I thought, well, it's a little too much to ask to have him come out and play like greased lightning, like they were finished up the season. But that
all right, so it looks like the starters on defense are still out there as far as Milano and Edmonds. Now we got Benford opposite Dane. He's the first one out and not Elam. Ooh. Who's that? Jordan Phillips. Jordan Phillips always does this every single time. Big fan. Every time.
Yeah, there is
he blew it up too.
Really optimistic about the way the defensive line has come together this offseason. A lot of athletic, big guys. They did get bigger inside, did the Buffalo Bills. And with the
man, if you guys are liking this stream right now or just the live reactions in general, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let's try to get as many likes on this thing as possible. Try to push this thing out.
Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11. Johnson incomplete. Looking for Kendall.
Yeah, I didn't like that either, man. Because
had the coverage.
if that was a better pass,
Phillips.
that was an
And in
easy
his
pitch and
second
catch.
season, he came to Buffalo early
Yeah,
in the season,
I don't know about that one, Tane
2020,
Jackson.
and led the team in sacks. He is a big dude, 6'6", 341. He's in his 8th year.
Yo, Phillips is a monster. That's what it is.
Pretty quiet and subdued off the field, but when he gets on the field and the fans are cheering, he turns it on, and it was a big difference maker for the Bills in his first time around.
See if the Bills can get after the quarterback here on 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11. Let's get him.
Johnson pressure coming. Epinesa drags.
Epinesa. AJ said, look, I'm still here, big fella. Flex run time. Listen, AJ, it's all good, though. AJ, I see you. That was a great stunt right there.
Illegal contact. Defense number 37. 5-yard.
Damn. Yeah, see, look. I don't know what the hell going on. Come on. It's all good, though. But, AJ, I see you.
Well, Steve, you mentioned it before, but illegal contact is a huge point of emphasis for
What's
the
illegal?
NFL this season. As you see,
He was stumbling. He was stumbling and bumbling.
in week 1,
Come on, ref.
last week, 15
He's too small.
contact penalties were
Hey,
called.
Benford, it's
Last
okay,
year in
big
the
fella.
regular season,
It's
there was
okay.
36
It wasn't as bad
for
as what the hell it
entire
was.
year.
It was
So
still
clearly
risky.
the
You
officials
probably
wanna
shouldn't
make
have
it a
done it.
point here in the preseason. They will be
But
calling
AJ,
for
I
it
saw
this
that.
year.
And there's going to be an adjustment period for the players as well.
Yeah, those are the ones that is not going to count because of the penalty, but
Hand off to Boone.
you know it. You see it. Huh?
And he runs right into
Edmonds.
Lawson.
I like how Edmonds just
On first down, you've seen it in the
Okay,
last
Shaq.
couple of first downs. This is going to be the difference, I think.
– you see, this is the
for the
defense
Bills
that we've been
They are going to be tough
expecting to
run the
see.
football on early downs and at any point.
This right here is the defense we're
Jordan
expecting to
Phillips
see.
in there with DeQuan Jones.
Okay,
in there.
Lawson.
They're big,
Yeah,
big
Rev, I
dudes
see you.
down inside.
Finally.
It's just gonna
That's
be-
why Lawson here. Okay. Okay, that's why Lawson here. Okay. Okay. You better hold that edge. That's all I'm saying, Lawson. Just hold that edge.
Play fake.
Yep. Hold that edge. There you go.
Chase
Go ahead, Shaq. Get him.
Johnson throws on the run, incomplete. Dane Jackson.
Yo, Dane Jackson is balling today, though.
That was well covered.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
He got that
Johnson
other job.
time,
Easy.
to me,
It's Dane's
he
job,
would have
man.
been better off holding this football and turning it up the field. He was
Dane
able to
came
make
in and
it.
made
Not
every
getting
play.
caught by Shaq
Every
Lawson.
play.
That's a young quarterback. And let's face it,
Wow.
Josh Johnson is a journeyman, but that's a
Huge shout
play
out.
that he needs to make in a different way. Tried to get that ball in, but he needed to pull that ball down and
I think it might be
time.
time for another
The
shot.
secondary, the Bills was
If you guys are ready, man,
everywhere.
give me that thumbs up in the chat.
He had nowhere to throw it. He needed to get a positive down, tried to force that in there.
3rd and 11. Lawson.
Lawson!
Hand on it.
Lawson! Oh! Hey, Rev. Okay, Rev. Jack Lawson. Rev. Yo, Shaq, my bad, dog. I take everything back. Hold that edge.
He can't find it.
I like,
He can't find the ball.
listen, Shaq Lawson has always had a role, and he's been married to that role, right? Hold that edge.
Smart play. Knew he
You
wasn't
don't try
gonna
to
get there,
do
so
too
he
much.
held up,
Just hold that
tried
edge.
to be alert
And he
to
does
bat
a
that
great
ball.
job
That's
at that.
exactly what he did.
Rookie Khalil
Yo, man.
Shakir is back deep to receive the punt.
Who's ready for the shot?
Buffalo. And Shakir with a fair catch at the 19-yard line. So the Bills defense does a good job. They hold
Yo.
Denver to a punt. It's 7-3.
got it.
Buffalo in front.
I got to give a shout out to Shaq on that one, man, because I was ripping Shaq this whole time. And man, oh snap. My bad. I gotta keep with this score. That's what it is. I heard somebody say, check the score. My bad. My bad. It's all good, baby. Hey, I'm here. I'm hyped. I'm trying to watch the game. I'm trying to take shots with you guys. Sometimes I might not be able to get to that score, right? So hopefully, you guys bear with me a little bit. And to keep on reminding me, right? But Jordan Phillips, listen, Jordan Phillips, his major thing is that he's a big dude. And when he blows, when he blows shit up, I mean, he blows it up in a hurry, right? So huge shout out to him. Rev Rose says here, I honestly didn't think Lawson would make the team. Let me get ready. Yo, listen, Lawson is looking ready. I wasn't a fan of him last week, though. I definitely wasn't a fan of him last week. But, man, this week he says, listen, I'm here. I'm here. So I got to take a shot for your boy SHAQ. Man. So this real quick, man. I want to see this play one more time. Look at my man, Josh Allen. He says, oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble here. I'm going to just launch it up. Gabe is going to come down with it. Like, that's big right there. Let's go. Flex on him one time. I love it. Listen, this is going to be fun, man. Once I get a hang of all these buttons and what everything does, this is going to be fun. This is definitely going to be fun.
And enter for the chance to win. That Josh Allen jersey that he's wearing might not get dirty the rest of the day because Allen is on the sideline and Case Keenum has come out at quarterback with the rest of the starting offense. And this is what Sean McDermott told us yesterday. He said, look,
Facts.
if Case Keenum has to play the regular season,
all right, hold on.
It would be with the starters.
Let me watch the game.
So I want to give him a chance to work with the starters here in this game.
Oh, no more Allen? Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
And he throws, and it's caught at the 39-yard line. Gabe
to who? Gabe Davis.
19-yard gain.
It's like the first person Case Keenum sees. Like, dog, I'm looking at Gabe first. Gabe Davis.
But in case that Josh Allen does want to come out, or if there's
Gabe
in a
Davis.
blowout and they want somebody to finish the
You
game,
keep on saying
just
it.
like today, they don't want Josh Allen to get hurt. Case
Say it
Keenum
with
has
me.
to go out there and play, but
Gabe Davis.
he has got some chops. He's played a lot of games in the National Football League, and getting in there with this group of offensive players is kind of a rarity, even here in training camp.
Keenum again wants to throw, looking deep for Diggs. He's got him out of bounds. At the
And then Diggs says, listen, I'm still that guy. I'm still that guy, pal. I'm still that guy. Yo, this team is going to be deadly.
And, Cynthia said it.
Easy money.
When you're outside guarding Steph Diggs, he's
perfect.
Gonna get open. The quarterbacks just learned to trust him.
Okay, said, listen, all I needed was some fucking ballers, man. You had me with these bums last week, dog. I couldn't do anything with that. Let me get these guys right here. Let me get these guys.
First down and 10 for the Bills. Final 90 seconds of the opening quarter.
Yo, Case is trying to hey.
Locate Singletary, and he's wrapped up at the 30.
All right, so that's where Cook comes in, and that's where I say, okay, that's probably the one thing I would say is where Singletary could, or there could be an upgrade. Is his receiving ability and being able to catch and make a move at the same time, right? It always seems like he's stumbling, but it is what it is. When it comes down to him as a running back, as a pure just runner, he's a very, very solid, very elite, in my opinion, player. Look at that. You see what I'm saying? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. He's making everyone missing everything. Big fan of Motor. RB. No, listen, I don't even know why I'm even calling him Motor. If anyone knows me, everyone knows his name is RB1. And it will forever be RB1. Hey, look at that. Broke 2 tackles like it was nothing. Huge shout out to my man Colin. Big shout out to Colin, man. Listen, you've been supporting us for a very long time, man. Trust me, I know exactly who you are, man. Colin, huge shout out to you, man. Huge shout out to you. Exactly. RB1. We know exactly what the hell it is. Let's do it.
Second quarter in the red zone.
Easy money.
For Buffalo.
All right, fellas. I'll be right back.
Josh Allen,
I got to go to the bathroom really quick. Give me 1 second.
7-3.
Yo, this shit OP.
All right, so we're back. We're back, man. How do you guys feel right now of that first quarter, man? I think that was a very, very strong first quarter. It was strong. It felt good, when it comes down to the offense. Now, when it comes down to that defense on that first drive, it was a little suspect. It was definitely a little suspect. Now, Dane Jackson, that boy stood out. He stood out. So you definitely have to give him a shout out. AJ, I saw that. It's not going to count, but I saw that. SHAQ Lawson, okay. Much respect to you. So, yeah, let me know in the comments how you guys feel about that.
The offensive line has been switched out as well.
Here's Zach Moss. And he takes it to the 12-yard line. Zach Moss had a nice performance against the Colts last week. He had 3 carries for 37 yards. And Ken Dorsey said
you already know, Z-Bot. Listen, I got to switch it up every chance I get, man.
Bill's going with Bobby Hart at left tackle.
There's Ken Dorsey.
Cody Ford. There's Ken Dorsey up in the booth. He's actually right next door to us.
Yeah, man, Ken Dorsey looks focused right now.
It takes some getting used to for him to
he looks focused. He's like, I can't fuck it up.
For so many years, he's spent on the field as a player and as a coach.
Keenum incomplete. Miscommunication there as Gabe Davis broke toward the sideline and the pass came over the middle. And there's an injured Bronco behind the play.
All right, so far, I will say that our offensive line has been playing well.
And while the Denver
they have been playing well.
Onto the field, we'll step aside and come
back Josh Allen, he did what he does, but sometimes he holds the ball
the unexpected can happen
a bit, too long, only because he knows that he can escape almost anything. Right? So he's like, listen, I'm going to make sure, what I'm seeing is perfect in order for me to make that, the best play I can. Whereas with Keenum, he kind of has to get the ball out on time and, he can't really, ad-lib as much as he wants to. Right? So the fact that our offensive line is, playing pretty solid, with him in there, I think that's pretty good. Now, what's going on with Spencer Brown? I think it's now to start asking the question, right? The fact that he's not starting, he was taking, second team reps, coming out of, in pregame. So Is it an injury, or is Quessenberry showing that listen, I'm that guy? You guys were sleeping on me because you got your boy Spencer, but listen, I'm that guy. So, it's time to actually start to pay attention to that, right? Z-Bot! He said the first drive will be replaying in my head for the next 3 weeks. Listen, I'm telling you, baby. Yo, what part of that drive right there was it, right? Was it the Allen just saying, you know what, am I going to run? No, I'm going to just launch it. Or is it the Gabe consistently making play after play after play? Golly, huge fan. Look, as far as, I don't know about Crowder. I just don't know. I mean, I was all about Crowder when we first got him. I mean, of course, right? But, I mean, he hasn't really done anything. It looks like it's clear Isaiah McKenzie is the slot guy. He's the number 3. It's clear, and I actually like that a lot. But as far as Crowder, I don't know. Yeah, right? Colin, like, he has to show something now.
Cynthia, thank you. Back
up 3rd and 4.
Line in right now. As Keenum looks to throw. Pressure coming, gets rid of it. Has his man inside the 5. That's Crowder.
Right when he said it, Crowder. Okay, Crowder. He said, look, I heard your ass. I heard you. I got you in my fucking helmet. Crowder. Wow. Sweat. Every time I talk about someone, they always come through.
It's easy enough to play this game when you're not under pressure, but Keenum has guys coming down on him, and he delivers this ball. Crowder gets it down close. 1st and goal on the
This
1.
offense is terrifying, Bot. I'm telling you, it is. It is. I'm loving it.
Heavy package here for Buffalo. It's a give to Moss. Moss takes it in for a touchdown. Another good-looking drive for the Buffalo offense, and they lead 13-3.
Hold on. There we go. Zach Moss. Wow.
Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah. Shout it right now, baby.
Zach Moss.
Come on. Come on and shout. Yeah. Buffalo's happening now. We're on the move now. The Bills are happening now. They're making it happen now. We got the spirit, a lot of spirit, yeah. We got the spirit. Just watch it happen now.
Uh-oh.
Let's go, Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo. The Bills make me wanna.
Zach Moss right there with the touchdown. Like my man Z-Bot was saying, this offense could be terrifying. Just understand that real quick, man. I've heard from Diggs in a press conference after practice, and then I heard Matt Milano both say the same word in a press conference after practice, and they both said, listen, this year is about me dominating. We're trying to dominate. Enough with the looking good. And no. We're trying to dominate. And this offense looks like it can be extremely dominant. Listen, I'm excited, boy. Woo! I'm super excited right now, man. Yo, man, how do you guys feel right now? Looking good. Yeah, man. Definitely looking good right now. Is Moss back? Richard, is Moss back? I don't know, right? I mean, he had the big run last week, but I wasn't even a fan of what happened, for that big run to even happen. It's like his whole thing is his vision, in my opinion. I'm not a fan of his vision. And he ran, right into the back of the guy. And then when he bounced up, it happened to be wide open, right? So, yes, I'm going to give you props for actually making that play, but your vision at impact initially was still suspect. So now, again, that was a good play right there by Moss. So you got to give him credit where credit's due. But I want to see Cook. I already saw RB1. He already showed why he's RB1. But I want to see Cook, right? Moss is like, I like that, he's been doing good in camp so far. And, of course, if he's the guy, then he's the guy. But I just think that, RB1 can do, does everything Motor can do. Everything, and some, right? So that's where I'm at.
Jalen Virgil on the return from his own 2-yard line. Virgil across the 20. Good speed to the
our special teams on kickoffs has not been good. It has not been good. So, we have to figure out, is it a Hodgins? Is it a Kromer, right? Because I know that, that's been one of the things, debates as far as, who's making the team, is who's winning in special teams. But this last two, kick returns hasn't been good.
And has a 38-2 record in South Florida as the Miami Hurricanes quarterback. That's a pretty good thing to have on your resume.
All right, so it looks like the backups are in
Dorsey
on defense.
Reminds them of his record at Miami. Stevie Scott on the carry.
Andre Smith has actually been playing good these last 2 weeks, right? He seems to have, pretty solid instincts.
You can see as Scott breaks off,
because he should have made that play, but in
the physicality of the Bills defense, just not quite seeing it fast enough, not ready for the contact, kind of missing their chance to get pieces of the guys they run through the hole. And you think that I just chalk that up to being training camp rust.
Play fake. Lawson, good pursuit as Johnson gets rid of it. Lawson takes Johnson to the ground. No penalty flag, and they give each other a high five on the way up. But
yeah, man, this might be
Yeah, he's showing up in a big way, and you'll see this is great.
We're just not getting that pressure, but SHAQ Lawson again holding that edge, did a great job. He did his job. SHAQ Lawson has been consistent, man.
In the AFC this year, you're going to see pretty athletic quarterbacks all over the yard, so you got to be ready for that. If you're SHAQ Lawson, it's good look there.
Lawson is definitely getting his name called today for sure, Marco.
For Buffalo are Benford and Dane Jackson as Scott are on the left side. And
all right, Benford
to make the tackle.
That was a good tackle. Open tackles are one of the hardest tackles to make, right? Because you have to, you have to get level. You have to make sure, you don't give into any of the fakes and then shoot and make the tackle, man. If you miss one little bit, you can look really stupid.
So Kaiir Elam played the first drive for Buffalo at corner, and now Benford playing his second consecutive drive, makes a tackle there, a 1-yard pickup. It's 2nd down and 9. Johnson to Scott, and Scott is caught from behind by Brandon Bryant.
Bryant was actually pretty solid last week.
5-star Medicare Advantage plans to meet your unique needs and budget, including our $0 gift back.
Bryant, because that was
Bryant was actually good last week. I made a note of it after last game. Bryant, he's trying to make this roster, and I think he's been doing a pretty good job.
You see Jaquan Johnson, he's got a tackle coming out on him, trying to fend off the tackle and make a play in space, almost impossible. But great job by the defensive lineman to peel off and help out.
3rd down and 2. Jaquan Hardy is the running back for Denver. Johnson, his pass deflected at the line and incomplete. Looked like
who deflected it? AJ again?
Epineza came up, got his hands up. Epineza is tall.
Yeah.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense number 24. 15-yard penalty.
Elam.
Automatic first.
Wow. Flag down late, and it's on Kaiir Elam.
And I didn't know if Kaiir Elam was on the field, but here we go. Yeah, there he is. And there it is right there, right at the line of scrimmage. You see the receiver asking for it, and he gets it.
Yeah,
No
Elam
question.
getting,
And
oh, man. He got cooked on that one.
Coming off the ball. And this
They
Steph
didn't show the
coming
whole
up through the middle.
the
I was
play the whole way
laughing.
through,
Bill's
but
got so many tall defenders and
Elam.
offensive guys. They're like a
yeah.
division
Rev,
one.
I'm with you.
They got
Benford
6'8"
may very
guys.
well start over Elam, man, which is crazy.
Johnson taking a shot for the end zone, and it's caught, but he was out of bounds.
Yo,
Andre Smith had the coverage.
Andre Smith trying to sit there and play corner or play safety. I saw you.
Pretty good throw by Johnson. His twice there is this
That was a good
half
throw.
able to stay in. Andre Smith guarding him down the sideline, and yeah, no chance for that.
Yeah, man, that was a good throw. Damn. Yeah, Marco,
Second
you're
down
right,
and
man.
10.
But again, that's a good thing to have, though, right? Because you can train
Now
someone to
Dave
not
Jackson
be
is out
as
of the game,
handsy,
so the corners are the
then to
rookies.
train someone to be
Elam.
more handsy. You know what I mean?
Scott.
If a person's soft, then they're naturally just soft, and it's hard for them to actually, be anything but soft. But if you're, aggressive, you can actually be controlled a bit, right? So,
On the inside coming up. It's going to come back this way, but it looks like it's coming wide, and these guys have got to stay at home while still keeping their eye on the wide play. Great job by Jaquan Johnson. Just
I'm
picking
telling
up
you,
all the
Johnson
movement
is
side to
nice.
side and sifting through the garbage and making the play on the inside handoff.
Johnson has consistently produced every chance he got.
Pressure coming. Johnson incomplete. It was Bryant
Good
who was
job.
bearing down on the Denver quarterback. A good series here for
Great
Brandon
job, defense.
Bryant, the first-year defensive tackle out of Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, this was going to be a delayed screen, and the Bills find it. SHAQ Lawson drops off and gets back into the middle of it. There's just nobody there. The running back was knocked over by SHAQ Lawson as he started to release.
All right,
And
so
then
are they
the
going
play
for the
was
3?
done after that because Josh Johnson had a guy in his face, which was by design by the offense, but the player he's supposed to throw to was beat.
43-yard field goal attempt by Brandon McManus is good.
Yo, how do you guys feel
His
about that?
second field goal of the half. So a couple of field goals
Right
for the
now,
Broncos, and with
it looks like
9:39 to go in the first
our
half,
corners-
14-6 in favor of Buffalo.
I don't know. I still like him. I still like him, right? We can't expect perfection at the end of the day, right? We can't expect these guys to make every play. Yo, are you guys able to block this NFL guy right here, all my moderators in chat? But listen, it's like, it comes to a point where it's like these guys are making more plays than they're not, right? And if we were to go to the IG real quick, looks like right now, after the first quarter stats, for those who may be interested, Keenum, 3 for 3 for 49 yards. Singletary, come on, almost 10 yards a clip. RB1. I'm sorry, RB1. Yo, Gabe Davis, making it look easy. And I got him in fantasy early, too. So, very, very solid. But look, I got to see that play one more time. If you guys aren't following the Buffalo Fanatics on IG, make sure you guys do that. Easy. It's over. It's over for the league. Golly, man. But yo, how do you guys feel about that, man? What's the chat over here looking like? I'm super duper excited when it comes down to that right there, man. Golly, this is easy for sure. Like, this is a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing.
In as little as 2 hours. So if you want the best.
Oh, Broncos. Now, were the starters of the Broncos out?
Right now, new customers get $1,000.
I think they were, right? I think I saw Patrick Surtain out there getting his ass worked. I think that's what happened.
6 against the Broncos. I want to talk a little bit about Jamison, who was acquired in the offseason to help address the slot, which has been a very competitive battle this training camp. I almost just got.
Oh, really? Okay, big fella.
Crowder has 202 targets.
It's more so like this for your boy Aaron Allen. That's what you're gonna see, big fella.
Since 2019,
deadly.
And by the way, that ranks in the top 15 in the NFL.
Yeah, Cynthia, we spoke with Sean McDermott
All right.
a week ago about what he wanted to see.
Let's
as
get
a
it.
slot receiver. He said, I want to see short area quickness. That's one thing they're really focusing on, as Duke Johnson has the return out across the 20.
Yo, Duke has actually been okay on these, kick returns these last 2 weeks. I know he didn't really do anything there, but it definitely looked as if, he's seen those holes open up
or Taron Johnson. Just scan the QR code
extremely
on the
fast.
screen to vote. And be sure to tune in to Buffalo Kickoff Live prior to games in many local markets.
Uh-oh, your boy
listings.
Cook. I'm seeing in the
Case
chat.
Keenum remains the Buffalo quarterback. On that last drive, Keenum was 4 out of 5 for 59 yards. So the Buffalo quarterbacks today are 7 for 8 combined, as James Cook takes the handoff, the second-round pick.
All right.
With his first touch today, and he picks up 3 yards.
James Cook with a nice little gain. Okay.
Now, Kumaro, Khalil, Shakir.
Listen, we all just need Cook to pop one, right? We need Cook to pop one really quick.
One of the most intriguing players,
and I think that will just be the icing on the cake.
Skill set that seemingly the Bills running backs have been able to put on.
We need to see something different that we haven't necessarily seen yet in this offense.
Right back to Cook.
And there it is. Oh, there it is. Okay, Cook. That's what the Bills want to see. You got dang right.
Quentin Morris and Tommy Sweeney out there, double tight end set out in front.
His contact balance so far has been pretty solid.
Push off that side.
All right, Cook.
Young tight ends.
All right, Cook. My man Cook. I see you, Wario.
Sean McDermott told us that tight end group has been a good battle at training camp behind.
Yo, Rev, I have no idea, right? It's that speed. That's what it is. It's that damn speed. Give it to him again. I'm about to say, give it to him again.
And here is Howard on cue, tackled at the 49-yard line. O.J. Howard in his first year after
Howard is interesting. Howard
Bay.
is interesting, right? Because you're like, okay, why didn't he start?
He's one of those guys.
Why didn't he start?
He makes your team look really good getting off the bus. This guy is an enormous tight end, big, strong, athletic, high draft pick.
It's like it's getting to a point with Howard that it's like, okay, how long are we going to be doing he's so big and fast? Like, okay, are you able to produce?
Here's Cook again. Nice move.
Cook.
Defender and out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Right? We're saying the same things about Edmonds, right? Edmonds, he's so 6'5", 250, so fat. But all right, fine. It sounds good.
And just runs around him.
But can you produce? That's what we need.
It looks amazingly easy when you see a really
all right,
good
Cook.
running
See,
back.
Cook is producing right here.
Tell you how hard it is, and it takes a little bit of courage too, because when you
come on, both these running backs are running for at least what?
And the game is really
9.9 a carry.
Using his speed and his explosiveness to get around the edge. Nice move.
75 yards rushing for Buffalo here in the first half. Mawson at running back. Play fake. Keenum fires a strike to Shakir. Has the catch at the 31.
Yo, Shakir is different. It's the yak with Shakir that it's very exciting to know that we have. Right?
Yeah, well delivered by Keenum.
Because we had, a Sanders last year or a Beasley. And again, all respect to them, but it seemed like, whenever they caught that ball, they were dropping. Whereas Shakir, it seems like, listen, I'm trying to get that yak, right? I'm not hitting that ground. I like it.
Moss right up the middle. Spinning his way across.
All right, Moss. Yo, all these running backs. The offensive line. No. Shout out to the offensive line. right? Whenever you're having a great, running performance, it's all because of the offensive line. Now, sometimes Rev, the offensive lineman might whiff and is just pure talent by the damn running back. But for the most part, it's all about that line, man. Golly, this is beautiful to watch.
Isaiah Hodgins having a real nice summer. He's at the top of your screen on 1st down and 10. Keenum looks the other way, completes it to Kumaro, who's tackled at the 3-yard line.
Snap. Kumaro trying to make a name. He said, okay, it's between me and Hodgins. All right, it's going to be us too. So now Keenum, you gave it to Kumaro on the first one. Cool. You got to give it to Hodgins here, dog. You got to, or if not, that'll be some bullshit. Injury. You know what I mean? It's a competition, big fella.
O.J. Mudia,
right?
Corner out of Iowa, who is still down on the ground for Denver.
Got to give it to him.
So we'll step aside and
come back in
a moment.
We'll step aside, too, for a moment, man. But what's going on with you guys, man? What's the chat looking like? Yeah, man, Jake. Again, Jake is a special teams guy. I just don't see him ever being a guy that we're going to, and Hodgins as well, that we're going to necessarily need at that, wide receiver position. Of course, with injuries and depth and, just guys just getting tired here and there, it always does make sense to, have, depth guys. But it's mainly who is the baller on special teams. Now, on offense, it comes down to whoever shows out in preseason, right? Like, hey, I got to show out. I mean, I've been doing my thing in practice, and it looks like they're neck and neck if they're both, on the field at the same time right now. So I want Hodgins just because, he's a draft pick. He's a friend of the show. He's a big fan of Buffalo Fanatics, so of course I'm biased, but I'm just a fan of the fact of he's always been a guy who's been known, to produce, right? His main thing has just been, listen, I can't stay healthy, right? He just wasn't able to stay healthy. But every single camp, it's always been, watch Hodgins here and watch Hodgins there. So I'm just, curious to see if he's that guy, right? So Keenum, he has to listen. You already gave your boy a shot, right? Now it's time to give your boy Hodgins a shot. Let's see what's up. I'm saying, Blackshear in the second half for sure. And Blackshear looked good too. He looked good. Real tough. This RB room is definitely looking real tough right now.
In Buffalo, Michael O.J. Mudia able to walk off under his own power. Here's a look at what happened to the third-year corner for Denver. Just on the tackle and got wrapped up with his own man.
Right, as Barrington Wade came in, the linebacker from Baltimore, and
yeah, man, you never like seeing injuries for any team,
the tunnel,
right? You never want that bad karma, man, ever.
Can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. This is the 7th play of
Who's that running back? Moss?
Moss at running back. Takes the
all right, does he get it?
Trying to get to the outside. He does.
Moss!
He it in, but a late flag comes from behind the play.
Holding. Offense number 85. 10-yard penalty.
Morris, offense on Morris. Was the hold the reason why he got that, though? Let's see it. Let's see it again. But Moss did show that speed right there, which I do like. Oh, it's away from the play then. All right, Moss, that was a good run.
One of the things Sean McDermott has said, it's non-negotiable. You can't have penalties and you cannot have turnovers. One of the things that plagued them last week, even in a win.
Yo, man, these people right here are coming.
He left no uncertainty in the team meetings. Right on the point. Right on the play. He pulled him down to the ground. And that's a pretty good call by the officials. But Sean McDermott left us with the impression he left no doubt in his players' minds what he wanted them to do this week.
What are we going to do with 2nd and 11? Where are we at?
James Cook in at running back as O.J. Howard goes in motion. On 2nd down, Keenum over the middle. Cook out of the backfield. Cook inside the 5. And he is down
Cook.
at the 1.
Okay, Cook.
For a first down.
Okay.
And that's what the Bills want to get out of James Cook this year. That threat out of the backfield in the pass game.
It's different.
Yeah,
it's definitely
James
different.
Cook, as he comes off the field after
Right?
that play,
Because
he doesn't
it
have to
seems
go out
like
and
with
stay
Motor,
in
every
touchdown.
time he catches out of the
Looks like he might
backfield,
have
it
a
seems
chance
like he
to
has
get
to
in.
like settle
Nice catch
himself
and run.
and then go.
Just got tackled short, but he
Right?
did get
And
the
sometimes he
first down,
slips and
that's
sometimes,
what
you know what I
he
mean?
wants to do. You see there, he's laughing
But with
because he wants to
Cook,
get the touchdown.
it's like,
Now
man,
he's
I'm
gonna
going to get
in.
this and I'm going to
Probably
go.
see Zach Moss cross the goal line.
Yeah, Moss is in there. Cook watching from the sideline. Give to Moss. Moss bounces his way in for a touchdown.
You see on the stat sheet, Moss is going to get them 2 touchdowns, right? So it's going to look like, man, this guy is a baller, right? And Moss is balling right now. He is.
That's what I think. In a
But
perfect world,
it's the
what
entire running room that gets this trophy right here, right? And the offensive line is doing its thing right now. So,
and they want him to be that hard
yo, huge
running,
shout out to this
short
team.
yardage
Oh, snap. Hold on.
that will
I got to change the
always
score.
Get a tough yard or 2, either on the goal line or out on the field on a short yardage play.
Wow.
You see them. You try
This
to
is
get him
easy.
on the field in those situations, and in
This is
this
easy.
game today, it has worked to perfection.
Sean McDermott has talked a lot about the offseason work that Zach Moss put in.
This
That he
is
had a
easy.
Great job getting in shape, staying focused, and the results have been evident here this summer. Zach Moss continues to put together a nice August.
Hey, Kelly,
Second touchdown
I'm right there with
of
you,
the
man. This
game.
team is awesome. But the depth on the team is incredible. Like, I mean, listen, we're just deep everywhere,
5 minutes off
right?
the clock. And now it's
You know,
21-6
Moss
after
might
the
be
extra
that goal line
point
guy to
pass.
pick up in fantasy.
Well, Case Keenum,
It definitely does look like it too,
much
right?
sharper this week.
But again, it's like
Getting some good
I
plays
think
under his belt.
Motor
Now,
can, or I'm sorry,
combined, the
RB1,
Buffalo
I think he can
quarterbacks
just
are
do
11
that,
12
right?
for
I hear what you're saying.
151
It makes
yards,
sense.
a
Moss is the
touchdown.
big guy, so it would make sense for the big guy to do, you know, big boy things. I get all of that.
Quarterback rating. Case Keenum's
But
115.7 quarterback rating.
I mean, Motor does
Yeah,
those
the
same
offense looks
things,
very
though.
crisp,
Right? It's just like, I don't know.
physically superior
It's like I'm
up front.
tired of, you know,
The
us
offense is
always.
causing problems, Steve,
I mean, like we have a
because
guy
this
who can,
punt
you know, do his
competition,
thing. Let's go ahead and do
nobody
it.
can punt.
Right. There
Bills
are,
keep scoring.
there are worse problems to have.
Yeah. We
Boone
definitely
is
need
back
better
to
coverage, Colin.
receive the kick for Denver from the 4-yard line.
Let's see this real quick.
Right up the middle of the 25, jumps over a defender.
Yeah,
at
it's
the
just
30,
not good
back
right
over
now. Like
at the
that's going to
32.
be what you know everyone starts to talk about this week.
Attempts
Like
to predict the Bills.
our quick
Down
return
the
coverage
Bills
is not
double
good at
out.
all.
Play Predict the Bills and win great prizes. Predict the Bills, presented by Seneca
Gotta fix that.
Resorts and Casinos.
You know, backups are looking better against the run than the starters. Listen, the starters didn't look good. The starters did not look good. I was not impressed whatsoever.
Coordinator said this week, we want to see Benford and Elam, especially,
Arizona, poor
as
Punk God, he's going to
preseason
get lonely on the sidelines. I'm right there with you.
as
He is
Harden
definitely
has
gonna get
been
lonely.
Stacked up by that Bills front. Still don't know about Tre'Davious White. Continues to be a day-to-day situation, but let's say
Telling
the
you,
worst
man,
case
this is
scenario,
gonna be a
White is
good-ass
not able
team.
to play
Bash
week
him.
one against the Rams. You figure Dave
He's
Jackson
yo,
starts
he's
at one
producing.
corner, and then either
He
Elam
looks
or
big. He
Benford
looks ready.
start at the other corner. Both made impressive preseason debuts a week ago, and both continue to be out there. to
I'm
get
just
more
saying,
reps.
yes, I'm right there with you. I'm not a
Yeah,
fan of
and
committees.
The
I'm
more
not a fan of
reps
running
they
back
get, the
committees,
better
man.
they will
And I
get,
think
the
that, you know,
more
Devin could be
diverse
that guy who
skill
can get
set
that 20 carries.
require,
I really
and
do.
they just
I
need
really
more
do.
time to get experience.
And then you have Cook who comes in and does a little gadget stuff.
Johnson's pass is incomplete as Joe Giles is closing quickly.
The D.
Jaquan Hardy, the intended target. And then just one more on the corners. You know, Leslie Frazier and Sean McDermott saying they want to see what they do even when the ball is not thrown their way. How do they handle themselves in the run game?
Right.
So lots of things they're looking for out of these two rookies.
Yeah, the Bills play
Yo, we are loaded.
defense.
MB41, we're
Really
definitely
must
loaded.
be
It's
involved
amazing
in
to
the run
watch.
game when they can, because there's only 2 linebackers on the field in most cases, and
All
they
right.
need them.
Third
to
and
be
down.
physical
I want to
in
see
the
what
line of
Elam's going
scrimmage
to
if they
do.
can,
And
the
Benford,
young players
where we
gotta
at?
prove that.
3rd down and 10. Johnson to Hardy, and he runs right
Good
into
tackle.
Johnson.
Dotson has been balling today.
That's short of a first down.
Dotson has been balling. 4th down shot on that one. Those who want to take this shot with me, go ahead and pour your glass and put that thumbs up in the chat.
What they don't want to do is give up the big play. They know it's 3rd and long. Just give up a 5-yard play, get them to 4th and 5, and then dare them to go for it. And in this case,
he's good for our goal line back. Yeah, Rev. I understand that. I definitely do for sure.
The Broncos' other
and so far has been so good.
So he is not available today. Shakir back deep to
big shout out to you guys.
And Shakir will let it bounce at the 6, and it goes into the end zone for a
good job.
touchback.
Long term is always,
time for
it always goes back to that main guy.
Let's go down to
that's true. It really just comes back to being like you have to have that main guy.
You want to look at that 59.3 pass.
And that's everywhere, though. I mean, I get, having guys fresh. I completely understand that. And that's my beef with the D-line rotation, right? I get the, wanting to keep everyone fresh. I just don't like the idea of how often they do it. Like, I mean, let these guys eat for a little bit, set things up and get their feet wet.
Last week, he was going to remember that game for the rest of his life, which might sound strange for a preseason game to remember that the rest of your life, but that's how much it meant to him to get out there as Cook with another nice run. And this is a different James Cook.
Yo, Cook is about to be cooking. Well, I mean that's easy right there, right? You guys got to get used to that. Cook is going to be cooking. Cook is cooking. No huddle.
And pushing the tempo here, no huddle for Buffalo with 2:20 to go in the opening half. And all sorts of problems on this one. Flag is down.
Yeah.
I don't think Jamison Crowder was set at the snap.
Yeah. Just a little slow getting set up along with O.J. Howard on the outside. They had triple receivers to the sidelines.
Illegal formation.
Yeah, Scott. I'm right there with you. And I understand that. I understand that.
5-yard penalty.
I'm not a fan of it. That's probably one of the only things of how McDermott coaches that I'm not a fan of, but it's not going to change for sure. It is what it is. So it's always good to have, stallions all the way through.
Pointing to the line of scrimmage saying, I'm on the line of scrimmage. And usually if you say I'm on the line of scrimmage, the officials say, okay, I'll
O.J. Howard.
line of scrimmage. Not in that case.
Is that what it was, Bobby and Rev?
2-minute warning here in Buffalo.
It's like, come on, man. OJ is all right. So now listen, let's talk about OJ for a second. I mean, right? What's going on? Is it that he's not, picking up the offense, fast enough? He's not sure where to line up, right? So I don't know, man. It's like OJ Howard was a beautiful name to grab, right? Because of the hype that's always been, surrounded around OJ. It was always one of those things. And let me go to the damn solo screen on this one. It was always one of those things when it came down to OJ Howard that, you just felt like, okay, if he is anywhere close to where we think, where we thought he could be, amazing pickup. But he's never been that guy. And yeah, we can say because of the injuries, he suffered a few foot injuries, and I think he had an Achilles, if I'm not mistaken. I think he did, right? So it's easy to just say, all right, yeah, it's that. But then, he's a year removed from that. So, okay, it's not the injury part now. It has to be up here, right? Has football, has it not, slowed down for him just yet? Like, again, we just got to think of all these different scenarios. Because, again, there's no way in hell Morris should be starting over O.J. Howard. Like, let's just be real, right? Let's call a thing a thing. Or Morris shouldn't have started over O.J. Howard, period. O.J. Howard shouldn't have been in the fourth quarter of last week's preseason game, period. You know what I mean? So it's okay. Alarm bells. Where the hell is it? The horn. Oh my God, like all the little fucking gadgets and shit. Listen, it's time to now start talking. OJ Howard, where the hell you at? Where the hell you at? Telling you, man. I'm looking at the chat right now. OJ Howard is tight end 2. Is he? Right? It comes down to that. It sounds real good. But is he? I don't know. I want him to be, for sure.
Denver just 91. We'll see how the Bills operate in the 2-minute offense here. They have all 3 timeouts.
Bills Godfather, I definitely will talk about Dorsey's play calling.
On 2nd down and 6, Keenum to the air. Has time and locates Crowder for a first down.
All right, Crowder, there we go.
Down at the 35-yard line, a gain of 11.
This is great. This is exactly what coaches want in the preseason.
Yeah, man, Keenan. Listen, Keenan said, listen, what happened last week won't happen again, fellas. That's on me. That's on me. I don't know what it was, but that was on me. I'm showing y'all today. I'm that guy. I got that experience. I know what the hell I'm doing. I'm not afraid out here, right? I'm a playoff vet. You know, people know my name. Case Keenum. Yo, he's actually had a lot of starts in his career, though. A lot of starts.
Summer so far, including 9 catches a week ago. We're right back to Hodgins here.
Hodgins, I'm telling you. Give your boy live. Yo, Case Keenum said, look, I'm the backup for a reason. Yo, Hodgins like, look, I'm making this team, fellas. I'm making this team. Give it to him again. Give it to him again. Hodgins saying, look, I'm making this team.
You mentioned
oh my God.
He was pretty blunt about it. He said Hodgins needs to play to his size. This is a guy 6'3", now playing about 215. They told him work on
Hodgins last week, 9 receptions, 77 yards. That was last week. This week, what? Hold on. Let me try to fix this thing real quick.
Very hard to become the kind of receiver that can get on the field for this Bills team.
And a timeout has been called by Denver with 46 seconds to go. And for Hodgins,
fix this really quick, man, and set this up so you guys can kind of,
last week we mentioned the 9 catches for 77
keep
yards.
up with me here.
See him do that in the run game. And another area, Steve, that you can clearly speak to is that they want to get him some more special teams reps, because if he's going to be on this roster, he's going to have to play there.
That's right. And it means adding some grit.
Set this up real quick
to what has been a career thus far that has not asked that of him. He's been a wide receiver, a guy on the outside who's caught the ball, maybe gotten tackled once in a while. But it's a different mindset to be the aggressor on special teams that he'll be asked to be as a coverage player and as a protector in those kind of situations. So today it's a make or break preseason for Isaiah Hodgins if he wants to play in the NFL for the Bills.
2nd down and 1. Keenum steps up, fires a rocket.
A rocket.
And that is caught by Kromer.
Oh, Kromer said, look, I'm here too, big fella.
This is his first time out ahead.
All right, hold on. Let me set this up real quick.
Here in the first half.
It's a nice play, and I think with the 3 timeouts, that allows the Bills, and Keenum, being a veteran like he is, will know you can use the center of the field when you've got 3 timeouts left. Now, they've still got 1 to waste if they so desire, but with a clock stoppage. Now, if they get down into a deep down situation, meaning 3rd or 4th down, obviously they can use their last timeout to stop the clock to give them a chance at the field goal. But until then, they want to save that last timeout in that case to make sure they walk away with some points. But until then, this 1 timeout, the 2 timeouts they have, one of those has got to be used to get them close to trying for a touchdown, not settle for a field goal.
Out of the timeout, Keenum.
There we go.
And that one is caught by Howard. And right away, Sean
Another
McDermott
timeout.
uses his second timeout after the tackle made by Bassie.
There we go.
And they just missed.
Let me know how
Crowder
that
breaking
looks, man.
loose on the far side on the post. Crowder was running an over route. Keenum just didn't feel
Actually
like he
set it
had
up
the
right
time
there.
to wait on it.
How's that look right there,
Crowder's
fellas?
coming way off the inside slot to the left. He's going to come all the way over, and he's going to pop clean right there over the top.
He is.
Reed was there, but if Keenum throws that over the
Keenum.
top,
Okay.
there's no way Crowder can't catch that away from Reed and make that catch for the touchdown. Just didn't want to wait on it.
Deion Dawkins and Isaiah McKenzie just had a dance-off on the sideline. If you want to know how these Bills are feeling about their chances this year, they're feeling good.
All right, so here we go.
2nd down and 5.
2nd down and 5 with 34 seconds left. Keenum.
Throws it away.
He throws it away.
Jonathan Cooper, who was applying the pressure for Denver.
Yeah, good
Can
play by
Keenum make that play? Because we already know Josh Allen would have,
He was not gonna outrun
stiff-armed one guy,
Denver defense and just threw that away.
run over
36,
another one.
Need to pick this up, and now
and
this last time out,
that would have probably been a
might
touchdown
be
right there. We
get
already
them
know, right?
a first down.
But
if
Case
they
is
so
balling.
desire. I don't know that. Well, up 21-6 in a normal regular season game, I think you try to get the first down, use the timeout if you need to, if you do get it, and then try for the touchdown. Here in the preseason, maybe
Right, here we
Sean
go.
McDermott goes for the touchdown.
Got to go for the
3rd
touchdown
down and
every
5.
time. Like,
And
false
it looked
start.
like Luke Tenuta, the right tackle, may have
Luke
jumped
Tenuta.
early.
False start.
He was one of the guys last week
5-yard penalty.
that I wasn't a fan of.
Tenuta, the
Luke Tenuta,
sixth-round pick.
he's probably going to get
Out of
cut
Virginia
right
Tech.
after this game, man. Like, you can't mess up. And I understand,
Now,
but that just can't happen right there. It's all about that situational football, right? And that's not just for quarterbacks. Like, everyone has to understand the situation. And you can't mess up in certain situations. Golly, man.
It's not that big a deal, but it is a big deal.
3rd and 10. Keenum, Moss, and a
Yeah.
flag is down.
You see, that's the difference between Allen and Keenum.
Penalty is this time.
That's the difference between Allen and a lot of quarterbacks right there.
Yeah, it might move him out of field goal range.
Is that
If
you will
if you
never,
find it, it's
ever,
45
ever see
yards
Josh
field
Allen
goal. If you take it,
check down on
sets
3rd
up a
down.
third down, so you give him
That's
one
his
more
gift and his
shot,
curse, though.
But it takes him out of field goal range.
Where a lot of other quarterbacks, they will consistently check. Why are you checking down on 3rd down, man? I understand, but you're already in field goal range, right? You're already in field goal range. Make that play, big fella. Try to make that play. Yeah, it's time to go ahead and see Barkley now.
Right here's Cody Ford.
Ford, once again,
His guy's hand right on the
struggling.
face. Doesn't stay there long.
He struggled last week, too.
Shakes it once.
Ford.
All it took.
I don't know, big fella.
Year player out of Oklahoma was his second.
I got Trenton over here saying
2019.
your boy Cody needs to go.
3rd and 20. Bills have 1 timeout remaining.
Ford should get cut after the game, too. Rev, I'm right there with you.
Down. Shakir makes the catch, and he is stopped at the
All right.
29-yard line, but we have another penalty mark.
Another
It's
penalty?
going to be on the Broncos jumping into the neutral zone at the snap.
Offside. Defense number 42. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd
Now,
down.
the thing about that is the play
Uh-oh.
goes off and the clock runs. So you're down to 21 seconds with a 3rd and 15.
Uh-oh.
Right here, he's going to just flinch in and just gets caught on the snap.
Yeah, he got
Neutral
caught.
zone, and we're trading penalties at the moment.
There's Nathaniel Hackett. First.
Oh, man, I'm seeing the chat. See, that's what I'm not going to like about these streams, man. Like, I can't be – listen, golly, what Shakir do now, dog? Golly. Again?
Jumped again. There's a free play for Buffalo. Keenum's aware of it. Down the field. Caught by Shakir.
Yo, Shakir is different.
Awareness by Case Keenum. He knew he had a free play and hooks up with Shakir for 24 yards.
Shakir on the sidelines.
But, yo, how is Shakir getting wide open, though?
Number 90. Penalty declined.
Like, are his routes or is the play call that good?
A free release, and
Yo, the play call was perfect. Well-designed play. Dorsey is like, look, man, all I needed was an opportunity. I can do it better than your boy Dable now. Okay.
Shakir, and that leaves the play open for Keenum to fit it in. Well executed play.
1st and goal for Buffalo. Still
17 seconds left.
Keenum, end zone, caught, touchdown, O.J. Howard. This Buffalo offense continues to roll. They lead 27-6.
Well, it got ugly for a minute there when they got down close, but they finally got
O.J. Howard. Shout out to him.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah. Shout it right now, baby. Come on, come on. Come on and shout.
O.J. Howard. Just think about it for a second, man. O.J. Howard. He needed that one. He definitely needed that one right there. Yo, that's actually a good point right there. This is actually a pretty good point right here. Did the Bills score on every drive? Did we score on every drive? I'm not sure. I don't think we scored on the very first. Yes, we did. Hold on. We scored a touchdown. We about to have another perfect game? I'm trying to think. Yeah. Yo, what's the score? What's the score? Make sure I got the score right. Yep, there it is. 28-6. This is amazing. Now, yes, it's preseason. It's backups versus backups right now. It really doesn't matter. So, you definitely want to, temper the expectations, but sure does look good for us to be flawless on offense. Listen, we have been perfect so far on offense. That's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Let's go ahead and hit that horn real quick. Where's my horn at? I got that horn too, big fella. Yo, I should have been doing that joint the whole damn game, the whole stream. All right, they're about to kneel this rock. So, yo, how do you guys feel about that first half? That first half right there was big time. Where are you guys at with that right now, man? I got Bullet sitting here saying, wait till Barkley gets in. What's his nickname again? That Bitcoin, boy. Bitcoin Barkley's about to go ahead and show out. Sal right here says, if this was a fight towel, dog, just throw in the towel, right? Just throw in the towel. I want to see Punt God. Yeah, listen, 82 yards last week. Golly, right? It's like we are set at almost every position, even our punter and kicker. You can make arguments are, one of the tops in the game already. If you have a guy who can hit 82-yarders like it's nothing, he's one of the tops in the league, right? Because every team will want that. So, listen, I'm excited. It's the first half. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick little break, but real quick before I go, make sure you guys hit that like. There's 222 people watching right now. Please just go ahead and hit that like, share the stream. So in the second half, it's going to be rough, right? Because we're going to be seeing backups upon backups upon backups, right? So, we're all going to need to help out each other, right? So the more people we bring in here, the better. But listen, excited. Perfect so far. But before I go, those who are trying to take a shot with me, let's go ahead and take a shot. Let's go ahead and end the first half. Perfect offensive first half shot. And I'll be right back. Huge shout out to you guys, man. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Everyone, Buffalo Fanatics, what's going on? How are you guys feeling right now? Now, look, I wanted to do something new. And instead of it just being me that's talking and enjoying the game with everyone, I was actually trying to see if those who support, Buffalo Fanatics may want to, go ahead and, chime in with me. So I'm going to go ahead and post a link on Facebook, on Twitter, and on YouTube for those who are, our super follower on Facebook, if you're a super follower on Twitter, or if you're a part of the Bing team on YouTube and you want to, jump on screen with me and talk some Bills, during the game, you should be able to go ahead and do that. So let me go ahead and post those links right now. Give me 1 second. All right, so if you're a super follower on Twitter, that should already be posted. Let me go ahead and post a link on Facebook. And again, it should be good. But in the meantime, how are you guys feeling about the first half, man? That right there is what any offense would want to do. Come out and score a touchdown on every single drive. Like it really can't get better than that. Now, our only hiccups right now on defense was that very first possession. I do like how Edmonds played. I did like how Dane Jackson, it seemed like he came to play, which was big. But our defensive line, it's still a little suspect, right? Ed Oliver, he wasn't the, menace that we were, expecting to see. Again, it's preseason. I definitely understand that as well. But it's something that we really have to talk about, right? Is the defensive line hype, right? Is it hype? Because we knew that it was a problem last year. We knew it was. We need to get pressure on the quarterback. Trying to type it out right now. Join. All right. I'm going to go ahead and post that link for those who want to join the stream. It's going to go to the Bing team right now. And if you guys aren't sure what the Bing team is you wanted to become a YouTube member inside of our YouTube channel, let's go ahead and join us. You can go to supportbf.com and get all the information there, but it should be good. Listen, I like what our team looks right now. How our team looks right now is definitely good. I got Kelly sitting here saying, Tenuta and Ford should be off the board. I like that. And listen, as far as right now, the last 2 weeks, it hasn't looked good. I got Bullish Bill saying here that I noticed the difference in Lawson's play. Those guys are getting into their grooves. They are. SHAQ had a great game today. A great half so far. I'm not sure if he's going to play in the second half, but we shall see. McDermott. Yo, Rev. That's probably one of the main things that McDermott hates out of everything. Like, listen, you got to make the play. You got to get these tackles. So, yeah, I believe you on that one for sure. Who's stopping this offense? Again, nobody. Ain't that what the Ravens do? Right? I don't know, man. It's looking really good right now. It's looking really good. Trenton sits here saying that the biggest problem is penalties. Yes. And I think that a McDermott team, because it's so aggressive, I think a McDermott team has always been high on penalties. That's always been the thing where it's like, okay, if we're going to beat ourselves, that's where we're going to beat ourselves at. So, we definitely have to clean that up. Paul Hood said that the offense was much better, but still the penalties and defense has to be dominant. Listen, the defense, I think it's going to come down to the offense. Well, no, it's going to come down to the whole team. But right now, it's the special teams. And I'm like, not sure. Like, what I saw was not what I wanted to see, when it comes down to that kick coverage. It was not good. It was not good.
With a 115.2 quarterback rating. Andrew?
But as far as that offense and defense, I think it's going to be solid. Dane Jackson, like I said again, he showed me a lot. Like, he's like, listen, I've arrived. I've had a couple years to kind of get my feet wet, and now I'm that guy. Of course, with every corner, I'm not going to make every play, but for the most part, he came through. So, game ball, in my opinion, so far, is going to Dane Jackson. On defense. On offense, who's the game ball going on offense? What do you guys think? Who's the game ball, or where should the game ball go on offense? Because, Hodgins had a pretty good half. All the running backs, were solid. So far, all the quarterbacks were solid. But who would you give so far the game ball on offense to? Mark says Keenum, Zach Moss, or Shakir. Interesting, right? And how about on defense? Do you agree with me that Dane Jackson was the player of the half? We could say it's SHAQ. SHAQ had an amazing half as well, right? But what do you guys think?
They'll be pirated at the cutdown date.
Duke Johnson on the kickoff return for Buffalo across the 20.
All right.
Darius Shepard.
Another conversation that we have to start having is who is going to be the kick returner. As of right now, it's looking like they're trying to get Duke Johnson back there. They're trying to get him reps. So could Duke be making the team just purely as the kick returner? Interesting. It's something to monitor, right? Because it's looking like right now they're wanting, Duke to be the kick returner and Shakir the punt returner. That's how it's been the last 2 weeks.
In at running back, and he'll take the handoff on first down right up the middle. And Johnson picks up 9. Jonathan Harris on the tackle.
Wait a minute. Is this offensive line in his running game this good? Or
a lot of different personnel combinations, but they're also running an
are the Denver
now, remember the Denver
is the Denver defense that bad? Like, what's going on? Like, they're getting gashed right now.
Most of their top players aren't even.
This is wild.
So they're going out here with some guys who are just trying to keep their head above water in the NFL, and they're looking like it.
Duke Johnson has the first down. Tripped up at the 37-yard line by Bless Austin.
Once again, the Bills. Quentin Morris comes off. Tommy Sweeney comes on. O.J. Howard comes off. Khalil Shakir comes on. Ken Dorsey, I think it's a smart way to go with, they're trying to put themselves. Sean McDermott, he absolutely had Ken Dorsey enraged in practice this last week. He was making him call different situations without warning.
Bitcoin, first down.
Frustrated with him.
Shakir.
Nice little
Shakir is different. 45. Shakir is different, man. How do we feel about Shakir? Right? Who's the wide receivers? Like, come on. Like, it's a lock. Diggs, Gabe, Isaiah, Shakir. That's the top 4 right now, right? Then you have, it's the Crowders. Then you have the Hodgins,
to help his coaching staff be prepared and his players be
the
prepared.
Kromeros. Let's see what we're going to do here.
Handoff Johnson running into Denver territory.
Yo, man, Johnson's having a good-ass game, man.
Just short of the first down. But Sean McDermott made a good point when
evaluating
Dorsey's
you got Bullish saying he's a Robert Woods 2.0. I like that, man. I like that. If he is a Robert Woods, that'd be nice.
Credit for the way the Bills responded in the second half.
But, man, listen, yeah, you know what? If you have a perfect game on offense, I know I was struggling with, who I was going to give it to on offense. But if you have a perfect game on offense, the game ball has to go to Ken Dorsey, right? Ken Dorsey, shout out to you, man.
You got to overcome that stuff with your mind as much as your body when you're a player and a coach.
Wow.
Duke Johnson picks up the first down.
Manuel, you're welcome, man. You're welcome.
To where we are and call plays from up here and go down.
Right? So instead of just being me just talking on screen, hey, at least you guys can hear the audio. You can hear the game. And then I'll just, commentate here and there.
Quarterbacks coach Joe Brady in his first year with the Bills is down on the field so he can have that one-on-one time.
Ken Shamrock, I like that. He's who got me into UFC a long time ago.
He had a very impressive debut against the Colts with 2 touchdowns a week ago, and Sean McDermott said that Blackshear gave the team some juice in the second half.
And one of the things we're seeing here is the ball's just staying on the ground for the Buffalo Bills. And I'll say this for this young offensive line ahead of Blackshear.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. It really just comes down to that starting D-line and our kick return coverage.
And when he starts going well, as it is,
I mean, those two things are the only bad things right now so far in this game. Oh my God, Blackshear. Blackshear is like Moss. Who? Listen, I know I be hating on Moss. I know I am. But Blackshear is looking nice. I know it's against the backups. I know. But man, he's been extremely nice.
But he had 2 TDs, and his 4 receptions for 60 yards were difference makers. They came in 3 scoring drives there in the fourth quarter to win that football game, and it was a nice finish by Blackshear.
He's on the sideline for 1st and 10. Duke Johnson returns at running back. Johnson is tackled.
Man, it just seems like all the runners are just balling. Golly, man. Great job. Yeah, this is a great game. This is a great game. I didn't necessarily think that a preseason game was going to get me this hype. Now, I will say, though, with that being said, I plan on going live during every game. I don't know about next week, though. I don't know about next week, right? That last preseason game is always super long, right? Super long. But it should be hype in season because, I have to figure out a couple logistics here, but it should be exciting, man, for sure.
Wow, this offensive line is having its way up front.
Yeah, Scott, I like that, man. Blackshear could very well be our next Antonio Williams. It makes sense, man. It makes sense.
Watch these guys move up front and just clear the way. That's how it's supposed to look. Bobby Hart, Alec Anderson, the rookie free agent out of UCLA, who's played very well this training camp, number 70. Tenuta at right tackle as well. There's a little bit of a rhythm going on up front with this running game.
1st and goal for Buffalo. Duke Johnson on the carry, running right and
easy.
For another
golly. Easy. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. Just making it look easy. But here's one thing that I want to mention on that drive right there, but I have to make sure the shout song, gets his love, of course, man. Every touchdown, the plan is to go ahead and let this play. Big. Gotta love it, baby. Gotta shout, right? All right, look. I got to say this about Dorsey. When it comes down to Dorsey and what we're seeing right now, it looks like when something works, he's consistently going to it. Like he's not trying to, again, it's preseason, right? But it looks as far as right now, if the running game is working, he's hitting the running game, right? And vice versa. So he's not trying to create something, or it's not like he's trying to make a name for himself. He's just going, hey, if it's working, I'm sticking to it. We have been perfect so far, right? And that's one thing that I don't think is mentioned a lot. We legit had a perfect game during the postseason last year against the Patriots. And it's one thing that is kind of glossed over. Like that right there is big. I know we lost 4 straight Super Bowls. I know. Fine. But we can at least say, listen, we're the only team in NFL history to have a perfect game, though. I'm just saying, we got that perfect game. And like they're saying in chat, listen, Kromer is back. Every time Kromer has been the offensive line coach, we've had the #1 running game. Imagine having a dominant running. Listen, oh my God. Listen, I want to play the South song again, but it's too damn long, right? Imagine having a dominant running game with Josh Allen at quarterback. And Josh Allen not really being the reason why your running game is dominant, but could if he wanted to. Just let that sink in for a second. Just let that sink in. That right there would be humongous. We already think, or I think we're already unstoppable, right? And I know we made a joke about it. We made a joke about it on last night's stream, as far as me always picking 17-0 whenever I'm doing a record prediction. I always pick undefeated. Why? Because I always feel if we play at our best, we can't be stopped. That's the thought process behind it. It's impossible for me to be like, okay, if we're that good, I can't see any team having a good game. You know what? I'll pick that as a loss. Like, why? Right? If we're at our top, we're smashing everybody. Listen, I'm hyped right now. I'm hyped. Oh, snap. What? My bad, the score. Yo, man, this score is going to be something that, man, it's going to be tough for me to keep up, but I appreciate it. And it's third quarter, too. Hold on. Let me change that, too. But, man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Let's get back to the game.
That's great. So I have a really important, hard-hitting question for you. Ready?
Yeah.
What was your last round of golf? What did you shoot, and where was it?
Last round was Oak Hill. Tougher day, went 89. So I got to get back out there one more time and at least go low 80s, maybe high 70s, put the clubs away for the season.
All right, well, we'll hold you to that. We'll check in with you once.
Yo, you see how he's so competitive that he's like, look, I can't leave on that note. I got to get one better than 89. And for all the golfers that know,
I think
you want to get at least in the low 80s.
Situation, and our hearts go out to him and his family. Condolences, obviously, have been sent.
I mean, for me, I'm trying to crack 100.
I hate to see your family, your teammates hurting like that, and you share the hurt.
Who was that? Cam Lewis?
Mafia has donated quite a bit of money already to the Punt Foundation, which is near and dear to Dawson's heart, which, again, is just another act of how sincere Bills Mafia cares about us. But, again, to his family, again, there's not much you can say except to just be there for them, and don't know when he's coming back. But, my heart, and I can speak for all of our team, our heart hurts with him and for him, and, we'll be here for him.
Absolutely. Dawson Knox, a very special part of this team and his family. Thank you so much for the time.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
And we're all thinking of Dawson Knox as there's a
Go Bills.
Bronco down in the field. We'll come right back after this.
Yeah, man, we've been healthy so far, man. I don't want to jinx it, but, we've been healthy so far, which is a good thing. Wait, so you're saying we got 400 yards on offense to Denver's 100? Wow. Okay, Dorsey and the defense. Again, shout out to Leslie. Shout out to Leslie. But what's going on IG, man? Let's go to IG real quick and see what's going on over there. What is my guy Bobby over there doing, man? Again, if you guys haven't, followed us on Instagram, right? So it's looking like right now, the halftime stats, we got Josh Johnson, 8 for 16 for 70. Case Keenum had 16 for 18, 192. Now I see why you guys are sitting there talking about that he's the player on offense for sure. That's a good game right there. Good game, right? So huge shout out to Case Keenum. We're at 99,400 right now. We're trying to get to that 100,000 before the season. Are we able to get there? Go ahead and give us that follow. Help us get to that 100K. You can go to supportbf.com and follow all our links from right there. But what is going on with Matt Barkley and his offense? It marched right up and down like it was nothing. Right up and down like it was nothing. And I mean, it's Ken Dorsey. I mean, I can sit there and say it over and over again. It comes down to Ken Dorsey, man. Could he be that missing piece? Because I was a big fan of Dable. I was a big fan of Dable, man. I thought Dable was or is a great offensive play caller, right? I give Dable a ton of credit, when it comes down to, the development of Josh Allen, right? But a lot of times what happens is that if something doesn't work or if the players don't execute and it was, for whatever reason, it's easy to just, put blame on the OC, right? I never was an OC blamer kind of guy, regardless of who it was. It comes down to execution. The players have to execute. And if they execute, because every play looks like there's a guy that was wide open, but the players didn't execute. And then, boom, it falls down to the OC.
Alberto, the catch for Denver, and tackle immediately made by Cam Lewis. Cam Lewis, an intriguing guy here, Steve. It really is, yeah.
It's evolution. Yeah, Gold, you're right. It is Dorsey chomping at the bit. You said Dable a bum. Dable wasn't a bum, man. Come on, man. You got to put some respect on Dable, man. Dable was not a bum. The offense was not a problem. That's for sure. You know what I mean? The offense wasn't a problem.
Have been just never leaving the field on this team. You feel like you could do that and give yourself a better chance up front, maybe with an extra player on the roster. Playing safety here as the Denver quarterback Brett Rippon fires incomplete. Andre Smith in on the coverage along the sideline, along with Terrell Bernard.
Bernard.
And as day is
good play, man.
It is.
He's been pretty quiet so far, Bernard has.
And the Bills,
but it was good for to see him make a play for sure.
Rolling guys through on that defensive line. Certainly now the offensive line.
Yeah, Trenton.
Broncos, has made some.
I'm with you on the Dable wouldn't run the ball, but it's like, did we really need to? Josh Allen was that guy. Now it would be nice to have a balanced offense, but man, if Josh Allen is carving up defenses with his arm, let's just continue doing that. And that's what we were doing at a high clip. Right? So I'm not going to fault him for, listen, again, it goes back to doing what you think or, doing what works. And what was working last year was Josh Allen having the ball in his hands on almost every play.
They're better here in the second half than they were to begin the game.
McManus is going to.
Oh, wow. They're trying to attempt a 55-yarder and makes it. Nice.
His third field goal of the game, accounting for all of Denver's points.
Nice.
6:17 to go in the
35 to 9.
35 to 9 in
Jeez.
favor of Buffalo.
Trent says, I get you, Pierre, but it's It's not normal for a quarterback to be doing that. You're right. It's not normal. But Josh Allen is not normal. You know what I mean? Josh Allen isn't a normal individual. He's not a quarterback that does normal things. And when you have that guy, you have to be like, we cannot not have the ball in his hands. Like, it's super hard not to. Listen, we all play Madden, right? And we all know that any of the good players, you really only have a couple plays, right? You maybe have 4, maybe 5 plays that you just, go back and forth with, right? And when you have a borderline cheat code in Josh Allen, it's hard to not give him the ball at all times. Now, I get you want to be balanced. I understand that 100%. But, man, I just don't know, man. It's hard to just say, nah, let's go ahead and give the ball to somebody else, right? So, yo, man, what's going on right now with the game? I'm seeing a lot of guys talking about punt god. Yeah, man, it doesn't look like, the punt god is going to get a ton of snaps. It's not looking like that's, going to be something that he's going to be doing. Now, it's easy money. He better make sure his holding game is elite, right? We're going to need you for a lot of extra points, big fella. Where's that Greg guy who said after the Bills' first drive, it was going to be all Broncos, right? Yo, he left real quick, didn't he? I know that. He left real quick. Hey, come back, big fella. It's going to be okay. It's only preseason. Perfect game. I'm telling you, like, those things aren't things that, should be looked over. Like perfection. Scoring touchdowns on every drive. Now, I don't like the fact that our defense isn't perfect. So it's probably hard to say that we had a perfect game if our defense gave up points. But, man, the fact that our offense is what it is. Man, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Calling it a foot injury for Tucker.
All right, who's the punt returner now?
Blackshear.
I mean, the kick returner. Blackshear.
From the 5-yard line. And Blackshear out of bounds.
His contact balance is nice too, man. I like Blackshear.
Sportsbook roster battle.
But man, it's like it's preseason. He's getting late reps.
You see this, Von Miller, Greg.
It's like, okay, he's probably gonna be practice squad, right? You would think.
12 guys listed on this list. Only about 3 of them won't make the team. They're going to keep probably at least 9 guys at that position, either defensive tackle and mix of defensive tackle, defensive end. Some guys perhaps could play both, but that's a big group that is all going to see significant.
Yeah, the running game has looked really good, man.
Season.
Barkley pump fakes and throws. The receiver slipped to the ground.
Uh-oh.
That was Isaiah Hodgins.
Hodgins.
As Jonathan
We
Harris
need you to get up, big fella.
The Broncos.
Uh-oh.
And that's only the second throw attempted by Matt Barkley, 1 of 1 on that first drive for 12 yards.
Maybe they should take 2 knees so they get the punters out there.
I'm thinking they may say, hey, give him some low percentage throws and see if we can get up to a 4th down here.
All right, let's go. The 2nd and 10.
Between Matt Hawk and Matt Ariza, and neither one has been able to punt because the Bills have scored every time they've had the football.
Crazy.
Barkley back to the air, and that pass is caught along the sideline. That's Jamison. Oh, excuse me. That is Tavon Austin who makes the catch. His first reception.
Tavon Austin. Yeah, hey, he's trying to, like, yo, I'm here too. I'm here too. Tavon.
Obviously, Isaiah McKenzie.
Why are you not doing any kick returns to punt returns, right? I mean, we got to question that. We definitely have to question that, right? Because he was supposed to be entered as that guy, and he hasn't taken one snap back there.
Another candidate to be in that slot receiver spot and a kick return
so
Blackshear takes the.
It looks like he's just a throw-in. Blackshear.
And forced out of bounds at the 37-yard line by Barrington 24-yard run for Raheem Blackshear.
Wait a minute. Who the hell is Blackshear? Wait a minute. Time out. Time out. Time out. Blackshear?
Watches he jabs, boom, and then bounces to the outside. And then he's got the wheels to make the most of it. That one step.
That wiggle is different, right? That's why I'm a big fan of RB1. That's why I'm not that big of a fan of Moss. And that's why Blackshear is catching my eye. It's the wiggle. It's about making that first guy miss. It's not about you just, producing if the lane's wide open. Of course, anybody can, right? Just hit the hole. But if nothing's there, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Blackshear, salute to you. Woo. And I'm over here flowing too. Come on. Let's go. Moss who? Right, Jay? I'm telling you. I'm over here flowing on the low. Jeez.
Probably had some interesting insights.
Dante, imagine having a perfect game in the postseason and the perfect game in preseason. That only means one thing, right? We got to have that perfect game in the regular season. Blackshear again.
Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Tackle made by Joe Schober.
Right? Yo, how can we keep Blackshear? I know how. I've been hitting at it. I've been trying to say it without really saying it. I've been trying to have you guys just, read in between the tea leaves. But we know exactly how to have, Blackshear make this roster. Y'all say it. Y'all say it. Go ahead and say it.
Don't have the arm strength that Allen does. The ball doesn't get there, but they release it, and it's accurate enough to still get to its target. And Quentin Morris pulling that in.
Yeah, my mistake. I thought it was Blackshear, but it was Morris, who's been involved today in both the
all right, here we go.
And blocking as well, as Duke Johnson returns at running back up the middle to the 15-yard line.
Damn.
Yeah, these running backs, Duke Johnson.
It's hard to even say. Like, we know it was easy to say that Duke Johnson is out, right?
Down in the red zone, they've all made
but then you're like, okay, then, but he's been the primary, kick return guy. It seems as if last 2 weeks he's been the guy that's been getting,
tomorrow as they get up and review
those first team reps there, right?
Really done its job versus this Denver.
Then it's like, man, he's not going to be a running back, is he?
Second down and 5.
But he's produced so far.
Connects with Austin again, out of bounds inside the 10, but that's good for Buffalo first down.
If Tavon Austin scores right here, imagine that.
On the tackle for Denver. First and goal for Buffalo.
And I don't even want to look at the chat. It looks like the chat already done got the play already.
It's been very smooth operation. I know it sounds, when they're playing this well, it sounds silly to say it, but
let's see what we got.
No, there's been years at Buffalo where they couldn't even get the right people on the field.
Facts.
And it is just been as smooth as silk here today against the Broncos.
Duke Johnson looking for his touchdown, and he's got it. Johnson takes it in. The Bills are dancing on the sideline. Von Miller showing off some dance moves down there. And
Duke! Nah, we can't do Duke for that.
At the point now, we almost have to look across the field at the Broncos and say, this is the kind of game that kind of sticks. Even at the preseason game, you don't have 20 guys.
Duke! Yo, I'm running out. I take a shot for Duke. Gotta take a shot for Duke. Gotta take a shot for Duke. Duke! Duke Johnson. Now, is it right to even call him Duke, right? Because it's like, that was Duke Williams. Is every Duke a Duke, right? You guys let me know, right? Because I kind of felt weird. Like, okay, I was given, anyways, whatever. Yo, it's empty, man. I got to get another bottle, man. But listen, are you guys taking shots with me? Because I can't be going through this season. Because, again, I'm hype a little bit but you already know in season is going to be. I'm hype here, right? In season is like all the way up, all the way up. And we're going to have a lot of fun. But what do you guys feel so far about this perfect game? Dog, what's going on, baby? Let's go, Buffalo. Yo, how do you guys feel, man? A perfect game right now is it's very hard to critique a perfect game. The only thing that I will say is it's like if you're trying to find something bad on offense, it's extremely hard, right? It's extremely hard, right? Of course, you can sit there and say, okay, you know, Cody Ford in the very beginning was a little suspect. Our offensive line, as far as the starters, maybe a little suspect, maybe. But overall, I mean, every chance we got, we produced. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to say. Now on defense, again, when we have the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth stringers out there, it's kind of hard to, you know, think that they're not going to make mistakes, right? So, but again, there's a lot of players so far, especially on defense, that have had great games. So a lot of positives, a lot of positives. There's not many negatives that can come out of a game that's 42-9, right? But our kick return coverage is a little suspect. You know, we'll see it again right here, what they're going to do. But that's been, right now, has been an F. Graded as an F so far. Let's see it right now.
Quinn lost the football.
Oh, fumble.
Scoops it back up and out of bounds at the 15. Good pursuit down there. Mike
All right.
Love.
That was a lot better.
Getting down there quickly.
Mike Love.
All right, time for our next star fan poll.
That was a lot better.
We asked you earlier which cornerback other than Tre'Davious White will have the biggest impact this season. And so far, 47%.
Yo, man, Slasher says, man, what are y'all doing at punter? Haven't gotten to see any competition. Slasher, doesn't really matter, right? It's like we know. We know who the punter is. Like, we know. It's the guy who's getting all the reps at holder. Right? He's getting all the reps. So,
well, just so you
we
guys
know. We
this
know.
is the fan favorite. This is the team favorite. Isaiah McKenzie is literally everyone's favorite. And I want to know, what is your favorite?
Good defense. Andre Smith is having a good game. Shout out to Andre Smith. Right, Slasher? It's like, come on. We know.
I love that. I actually thought that you were going to bring up the play against the Patriots because that was a pretty great game for you. Tell us a little bit about what you were feeling.
I just knew I had to come in and replace Cole Beasley for that for that game. He's a great.
Yo, Isaiah McKenzie.
I just felt like I had to.
I think that he's going to be that sleeper.
A little bit better, a little bit more. I wouldn't say a little bit better,
Like,
a little bit more.
I mean, at first I thought it was going to be Crowder because it made sense. I mean, Crowder is a big name in this league, especially at that slot position.
You did that. Congratulations
But
on that.
if we look back at Isaiah McKenzie, whenever his number has been called, he's always produced. Always.
Are you going to deliver for your fantasy fans?
I mean, he's had a couple of muff punts, right? But on offense, he has always produced. It's the wildest thing. And the fact that now it's looking like he's going to be the starting slot guy, that we all know how many balls were going to Cole Beasley. We already know how consistently Josh Allen looks at that slot guy. For a guy that can easily take a quick slant to the house, you see, Beasley couldn't do that. Isaiah can do that, right? His only thing is you have to know the entire offense when you play that slot position. You have to know everything. You have to know the defense. You have to know, you got to know how to recover. Like, you have to know everything. That's the only thing with Isaiah that I'm like, okay, not quite sure about. But when the ball's in his hands, he's dangerous. So just imagine all the times that, Cole Beasley, caught the ball and dropped right down. Again, huge shout out to Cole. I'm not bashing him. right? But I mean, he's not a fast guy, and he's a pretty, smaller guy, right? It's understandable. But you have to have a different mentality. One, to want that yak, right? But two, to be able to take that yak to the house, right? That right there is what gets me super excited, because it's like, that's the part of the offense the only part of the offense that we've been missing. Players who can take that rock to the house. And we have that in James Cook, and we have that in Isaiah McKenzie. So, but man, I mean, how do you guys feel so far about this game? We got Hetty, coming up here saying McKenzie can do what Kupp doing with Josh. Oh, wait, hold on. Yo, it's so easy to sit here and say, yeah, you're right. Well, wait. You talking about the best, arguably the best wide receiver in football? I don't know. Now, you might have to elaborate on what you meant by that. But if it's because of the yak, then yes. I do think that McKenzie could very well get that yak, boy. Get that yak, right? It's like, all right, hold on. Hold on. I know we like the guy, but golly, he ain't that nice now. Like, you know what I'm saying? He nice, but he ain't Kupp nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Chill. But yeah, man, I love how we actually have a run game for a defense. Again, it's preseason, so we have to kind of temper that a little bit. But as far as how it looks so far, it's looking really nice. Hoffman says Bean has got to be, been getting a bunch of calls from other. He is. But we already know how Big Baller Bean does, man. Big Baller Bean is different. Big Baller Bean is going to fleece and finesse everybody, every GM.
It's been a lot of fun.
They know
just coming out, competing
if Big Baller Bean coming, he getting the better end of the deal. Like, you already know. Like, imagine you being a GM and like, all right, hello? Oh, what's going on, Big Baller? Hey, man, I want to get your player, and I'm going to give you a 7th round pick, with a contingency. They're going to be like, all right, Big Baller Bean. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how it seems like it's going. Like, whatever he asks for, he's going to finesse it.
So you guys are all jumping around on the sideline. Obviously, the starters aren't playing anymore, but
Tremaine Edmonds.
On the sideline. How are you guys kind of coming together as a team?
I think that speaks for itself. When you see a lot of,
what am I going to say about Tremaine Edmonds?
Encouraging a lot of the younger guys, man. That just speak towards what kind of team we have. And that's just the kind of guys that they bring in. Everybody's encouraging one another. Everybody's looking forward to the next person, stepping up and playing a big role. So it's a lot of encouragement. A lot of guys just want to see the other guys just succeed out there.
So I asked Isaiah, what's your favorite play other than kneel down victory formation?
I think Edmonds. I hope. Right? This is my belief. This is year 5 for Tremaine Edmonds. Okay? We picked Tremaine Edmonds early in the draft, so I understand the expectations has to be at first-round expectations, right? We traded picks for his ass. So I understand. It's all about those expectations, right? It was probably unfair his first few years. A 19-year-old, he was drafted at 19, as the guy. See, that's like, we have to put that into perspective. He was drafted to be the guy at 19, and he started right away at 19. So I can understand, you being the Mike linebacker, you being the one who has to know the entire defense and have to know where everyone's supposed to be. I understand that it could be a problem, right? But that was year 1, year 2. Year 3, okay, fine. Year 4, but we in year 5 now. Enough with the damn excuses. Like, let's just be real, right? Oh, he's only 24. Who cares now? 5 years in the offense. And from all the reports that I've been seeing so far and hearing so far in camp, the one thing we're missing from Tremaine Edmonds is the splash plays. We need big plays. We need them plays that can change games. Who was that on? That was a good ass play. But, back to my Edmonds point. We need this guy to make splash plays, right? And it looks like he's been making a ton of splash plays right now in camp. But hopefully that translates for this season, because if not, then it's hard for me to sit here and say, as of right now, he's a very solid player. But is he a $15 million a year middle linebacker, though? I don't know. I really don't know. What do you guys think about that, man? Do you think Edmonds deserves that money now? Like, you know what? He's done enough. He's the guy. That's just is what it is. So, or is it like, man, I need to see a lot more? Because I mean, this is his last year. It's either we're going to franchise him or re-sign him, or cut him, of course, right?
Denver will spread it out on
so we shall see. What up, Broncos country? I see you.
Ripping over the middle, and it is caught. Big hit at the goal line by Joe Giles.
What a hit! He knocked his ass out, boy. You might get that score, but you're gonna feel this one, boy. I'm telling you, dog. Buffalo Bills different this year.
It looked like he was going to be almost a walk-in touchdown, and Joe Harris stopped him cold, and there was no doubt he did not get in.
Golly, dog. Sheesh.
First and goal for Denver. Andrew Beck, the fullback. Stevie Scott is the running back. And to the end zone, wide open for the touchdown.
Wide open.
Eric Sullivan.
Yeah.
First touchdown today for the Broncos. It comes with 10:55 to go in the fourth quarter.
Man, fourth quarter right now, 42 to 15. This is crazy. But I honestly feel that a lot of the games this year are going to look just like this. Like, I've been real big on this whole us dominating this year, right? I've been real big on this because it's just like, it's not like we're, having to learn a whole new offense. It's not like we're having to learn a whole new defense. It's not like, we're having to sit here and, learn new players, right? We've pretty much had the same core going on 5 years now. Same core, same plays, same everything. Now you have arguably the best quarterback in football. That's a unicorn. It's extremely hard not to sit here and be like, we're about to dominate everybody. We're not just about to win games. We're about to have games 42 to 15 type games. Like, that's where I'm at right now, man. Right? It's just like, enough with the just winning games. A win is a win is a win isn't a win is a win is a win anymore, even though I'm a proud believer in that. A win is a win should be, dog, we putting up 40 a game. What y'all doing? Like, it starts and end off with that. Last year it was 30. We're giving you 30. What y'all doing? This year, we like, look, we getting perfect games on offense. What you doing? You got to go for 2 to beat us. Think about it. Just think about that for a second, right? Enough with just winning games. There has been a few teams, during this season, or I'm sorry, during the history of the NFL, that were dominant teams where you're like, yo, that team was the best from start to finish. It was clear, right? 2000 Ravens, it was clear, start to finish, dominant, right? Pure dominance, right? The 2003 Bucks, I think it was, pure dominance, right? The undefeated Patriots, even though they didn't win that year, but it was clear, pure dominance, right? They're the best team, hands down. You know what I mean? What I'm predicting is that the Bills this year is going to be one of those teams. Pure dominant. Like you already know what the hell's going down. Bills dominating. That's it. That's where I'm at. I'm done. I'm done with that rant. I'm done, man. I'm done. Because it's like, dog, we haven't sitting here having perfect games. Like, it's easy. We do this. Right? Out of the last 2 games that we've played, out of the last 4 games that we've played, right? Going back to last year, wild card and divisional, and then the first 2 preseason games this year. Out of those 4 games, we've had 2 perfect games in that bitch. Like, wait. Now, we got to keep it perfect. It's 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We about to see if it's going to be perfect for the whole game. But as far as right now, looking good. Looking real good.
Well, we spoke about the young wide receivers playing more physical on the outside. SHAQ doing a nice job in the run game and then making the most of a quick hitch route to get the first down early on. 3 targets, 3 receptions, 60 yards, and almost.
Yo, man, for the 216 people watching, listen, if you haven't hit that like button, that's all we ask. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you're watching on Facebook, you may go ahead and hit the like, share the stream on all the Facebook groups. If you're on Twitter, you already know what to do. Retweet this. It's always going to be loved and always going to be supported for sure. Blackshear.
Nice running by Raheem Blackshear. Another Buffalo first down. A pickup of 16.
Again, it's always hard, man. It's always hard when you think of preseason, right? Because it's very easy to get it's very easy to get blinded, right? It's very easy to get blinded because you're like, yo, he look good. But then you're like, okay. They're going up against bums, right? So it's like, all right. Are you really that nice or are you tricking me right now? You know what I mean?
Right back to Blackshear, who's tripped up at the line.
Just got tripped up in the backfield.
Now,
looks like he might have got tripped up
as far as
I thought they might let him play.
Game balls.
But
players of the game.
Just not too much there. I think it was in his own block as he tried to make that cut to the outside.
Pretty much, whatever you're thinking, guys,
couldn't get to the open.
You guys are pretty much thinking about who are those people right now, man?
No matter who's been in there,
put those in chat right now. Who do you think right now on offense has been the player of the game? Because right now, man, I can see the offensive line all the way around from start to finish has been nice. Now, I am looking at Tommy Sweeney getting fourth quarter reps and OJ Howard. That's something that that's not good, right? You normally don't want to see guys that you think is going to make the roster in a game late in the game, especially in preseason.
6 touchdowns rushing for the Hokies this season.
I got Trenton over here saying, Black Star game ball. I like that. Black Star. I like that.
Technology is presented by Toyota.
They're feeding Blackshear way more than Cook. Well, we know Cook's making the team.
To Morris stretches out. I don't know if he ever had it. They're saying he did catch it, and he's down.
Mr. Beenan. I don't even think Miami have any good receivers. Nah, man, chill. What Mr. Bean talking about? Bills have the best quarterback in the AFC, no doubt. Miami definitely has the best receiving core.
Talking about a punting competition all summer is an opportunity to finally punt.
It's debatable. It's debatable. I'm not just going to say, oh, no, you don't. It's debatable because Hill is the Bills' killer or has been so far, right? We haven't been able to figure him out, right? Waddle,
he's first up in the
but Waddle is more so like Gabe Davis for us. Like, he could be big, He has a lot of talent, but he really hasn't done anything just yet, right? Now, but again, it's debatable. Diggs, Hill, okay, that's debatable, right? Waddle, Gabe, that's debatable. That's what I'm saying. It's debatable, big fella. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm not sleeping on the Dolphins. But like you started off with your statement, we don't just have the best quarterback in the AFC East, big fella. You can make a strong argument we pushing for that title of best of QB1 in the NFL. Like that right there is where it doesn't matter who you have at wide receiver. If you don't have the guy to make sure that they showcase their greatness, it's irrelevant, right? Hill can be nice as hell, but if you don't have a quarterback to get him the ball, Patrick Mahomes, then you might not be who you think you are. That's why you can't really, discount what a, quarterback one is able to do for a franchise. Got my guy Go Grizzly says a team like the Bengals or Colts will beat the Bills easily. Interesting. Now, as far as beat the Bills, I can see that. Because the Colts actually have a pretty solid team. And if we do have any, faults right now, it could just very well be our run defense, right? So, okay. The Colts arguably have the best runner in football. I can see how that can be a problem. It showed us last year, Colts did beat the Bills easily, right? So maybe you are right as far as the easily part. But every year is a new year, all right? I just don't see the Colts beating the Bills easily this year, right? If we do play each other. I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it.
These two teams met in the preseason was 2011 when Von Miller was.
And yes, Jesse, you're right. Matt Ryan isn't the QB he used to be. He just isn't. But is he better than a Carson Wentz? Is he better than a Philip Rivers? Right? Now that's still questionable. And they still have Nick Foles, if anything.
Ripping to Hardy and a big hit. That was McLeod who had the hit, and somehow Hardy stayed on his feet for a moment.
All right, Nick McLeod.
Yeah, he got knocked off his feet, but
he's been solid so far this game.
Kept running.
Nick McLeod. Right, so I don't know.
So McLeod, who we told you got 6 stitches in the first half, certainly not afraid to get right back in the mix.
Still helped in on the tackle.
7.5 to go. Rippin throws, it's caught, and Andre Smith makes the tackle.
Yes,
for the Bills.
He says your defense has not gotten better other than Von Miller. Your number one defense is just paper defense. Yo, you know what? Like, it's easy to come here as a fan and be like, you know what, Go Grizzly, be quiet, right? But he's making some points, man. He's making some points, right? Because as far as our D-line, we only really upgraded as far as name at Von Miller, right? But again, we can't discount the fact that we have the same defense. Everyone's coming back. They all are able to play at a very high level. And a Von Miller type, a person who is able to close, is really all the defense needed, right? Because if we have a guy who's able to close and who's able to help, because again, if he's able to close, you got to bring, more pressure over to him, which opens up everybody else, right? So if everyone's else opened up and you already know that they're talented, then it would make sense that, okay, now they're going to eat as well. If the defensive line eats, we already know the DBs are going to eat because they've been eating for the last 2 seasons. We've had the #1 pass defense for I don't know how long. Let's just be real about that, right? #1 pass defense. You look it up. I don't even have to look it up because I've been knowing this for years. We've been #1 pass defense for many, many, many years, right? So again, the issue is run defense. Cool. But it's run defense and pass rush. And that's where Von Miller comes in. So you can't say, we didn't get better when Von Miller is a major piece. Like, you know what I mean? Major piece.
Talking about who's a waste spender and who's not. And they're both all in on analytics now. I just want everyone at home to know that. But we also showed a little bit of what's making them so great. And I think it might be this handshake. So do you guys want to show the handshake? I mean,
Roger Sanford and Deion Dawkins on the left side could be trouble. It could be trouble.
Next week, the last preseason game, I got my eye out. But this week, it's been real clean. Real clean.
So Omar Brown says Von Miller is nothing close to what he was. And, yo, that's true. He's not the prime Von Miller, but again, we don't need him to be prime Von Miller, right? It's not like everyone else are bums either, though. But if Von Miller is anywhere close to what he's capable of being, come on. That is an immediate upgrade. Immediate upgrade.
What's good? What's good?
Denver, and look, Steve, we talked about this before, but I think there was
Yo, you trying to come on, Rico?
The offensive line and the
You don't see me?
starters for Buffalo, but even the
They flip my camera.
Yeah, and they did shuffle.
Hold on. Let me bring on my guy. What's going on, Rico?
What's happening, man? I had to come and show you some love. I see you doing your thing right now.
What are you thinking so far?
Man, it's a route. It's a route, man. Everybody, like, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, management, like, this is when you know the team is good. When, like, I don't know who's getting cut. There are some guys that I really don't want to get cut, but are gonna have to get cut. There are guys making names for themselves, and you're like, it's a shame because you're gonna see that guy do some good things somewhere else, and he just was not good enough to be on our team. So, man, it's craziness, man. It's a good time to be a Bills fan. It's a great time to be a Bills fan. Depth is amazing. Like, I don't know if the Broncos are just terrible. Nate Hackett's running this team, so I mean, we already know what's good with Nate Hackett when he was with us. But golly, man, either the depth that we have is amazing, or the Broncos are just poo-poo this year. I don't know, man. But dang, it feels good, man. Even I don't give a damn if it's preseason or not. It feels good.
I'm telling you. I mean, listen, it's exciting, especially when you know, like, if this is what is to come, it's super exciting, though, right? It's like, man. Listen, like, okay, now, how do you feel about Ken Dorsey right now so far?
Yo, Ken Dorsey, he called a clean game, man. Like, and we're not even showing anything. We're not showing anything crazy. It's just everybody's executing, and you're calling plays that are being executed. So it tells me that my man's is running a nice little ship, and he's learned quite a few things from Dable. Took some things from Dable and throwing his own thing in there. The one thing that stands out to me a lot is we have more of a balanced offense. Like, we will run the rock on your ass. Now, whether that's just poor defense from the Broncos or an indication of what we're going to be doing this year, but golly, man, yeah, we're looking all right, man. We're looking good, man. Raheem Blackshear, golly.
Blackshear is looking nice, ain't he?
Radio Raheem. I don't know, man.
Raheem.
Dude, Raheem is looking good. Duke Johnson's looking good. Zach Moss looked good. Dude, I don't know what else to tell you, man. But it's everybody looked good. Everybody looked good. I needed to see something from James Cook. He showed me something that was definitely encouraging. Like, yeah, he did. He showed me some things. I'm like, okay, I can see how he could be used, and he's got this subtleness to him. Like, he ain't blazing fast, but he's quick enough to, get in and out of cuts and do what he's supposed to do. So I saw some really good things, man. It's gonna be fun. This year is gonna be real fun. But it's preseason. It's gonna be fun, man. I need the real. It's preseason. It's tough. It's really tough, man. But how you liking the new setup? How's it doing?
Listen, I was a little flustered in the very beginning. I'm still trying to figure out, all the buttons and things like that, right? I still feel a little cringe whenever I do play the shout song and stuff like that, right? I got to figure that part out. But again, I'm having fun out here, man. I'm having
Listen,
fun.
man, it's
It looks
about
like
what the
everyone's having
people
fun with
want,
me.
man. The people want more Kingpin. You give them more Kingpin. You
I
give them
gotta give
air
them-
horns. You give them shout
gotta-
song. You give them all that stuff, man. You even taking shots on the yo. Listen, you got Scott Blakely. You and Scott Blakely getting lit right now.
Yo, I mean, I got to get you on, man. I got to get
Hey,
you. Yeah.
listen, man. I'm on daddy duty right now.
Got to,
You know what I'm saying? So I gotta watch the little guy.
Oh, Zeke, what up, big boy? My guy.
He's chilling right now.
My
So I'm
guy,
on daddy
hey.
duty. So then my father-in-law is gonna come back in time so I can get on this post-game report. Y'all better tune in afterwards.
Yo, man,
you know what I'm saying? Milk carton alert. Who didn't show up today?
We got an Alton Venezuela. You already know Alton, man. You know, Rico and the
Alton's showing
Kingpin.
love,
I've
man.
been
Rico and
rocking
the
with
Kingpin.
y'all for yo.
Yo,
and that's true. Right there.
Alton is a day one dude, man. Alton is day
100%.
one. Day one with my man Alton, man. So respect to you, man. So listen, man. Kingpin, do your thing, man. I'm gonna go back to being, you know what I mean, on daddy duty right now.
Man, Zeke.
Yeah,
All right,
Zeke is hanging right now. So we catch you on the flip side. We'll see you guys post-game reports, the Rico report. And, you know what I mean, maybe Rev might join me, maybe Z-Bot. I don't know, whoever wants to join and have some fun, man. So we'll catch you on the flip.
All right, man. Talk about Rico, listen, that right there was big. But, yeah, man, it really comes down to, you know, what we think is going to be going on in season. Right? I mean, this game is pretty much over. You know, we'll go ahead and you know, play the rest of this game, but it's going to come down to what do we think is going to happen in season? Is this any indication of what's to come? Because if it is, oh man, it's going to be beautiful to watch. It's going to be absolutely beautiful to watch. Man, what you guys think, man? It says here, Titans. I'm a Rams fan. Oh, okay. Yo, Grizzly, listen, I've been giving you a lot of airtime, and I will say that we will see each other week 1. I'll be on here live week 1. So, you know, I definitely want to be seeing you here week 1, right? And it should be fun. It should be fun, man, for sure. Got Joseph talking about sitting here saying that we're going to make Bills are going 5-11. Oh man, I don't know, man. I just don't see that. Man. We got some haters up in here, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It's all love. All I'm seeing now is a 42-15 with in the 2-minute warning.
Producer Jeff Matthews, our entire
I don't know what's going on my screen, so you guys are going to be getting me right here. Hold on, let me go ahead and
preseason game.
Switch that up real quick.
And Rippin's pass is caught by a diving Trey Quinn.
And the Bills playing off coverage in the secondary, not really coming up and banging as you might imagine. I would anticipate with a minute 42 that if the Broncos do go on, score some points here, whatever, whether they try an onside or not, I think if the Bills get this ball back, you can pretty much guarantee they're going to take a knee.
Oh, so it's looking like we did not score on that last drive. So this technically wasn't a perfect game. But I'll take a perfect when I see one, right? It don't matter what it is, baby. I'll take 42 points in any game, preseason or not. Yo, nah, man, you know what? Seasoned. I actually like the haters, right? Because I don't get too caught up into it. But I know that, you know, a lot of times haters, all they want to do is they want to get their point across. And sometimes it comes off as them yelling, right? Listen to me. You guys are trash. And I understand the game. But all the haters know what's up. I mean, again, once you know you're that team, there's no need to talk too much, right? You guys know. It is what it is. Scott Blakely says we need to keep our expectations in check. Bills going to 20. Listen, keep the expectations in check, but the Bills still go undefeated, though. Listen, it's like I said earlier, I am one of those fans that I've already convinced myself that the Bills this season are going to have a dominant season. Not just a good season, but a dominant season. I think we're going to come on here and really put the league on notice. Now, we might not win every game, right? But when anyone ever talks about, dominant teams in the league in general, the 2000 Ravens always comes up as that team that was dominant, right? And if you look back at that season, yes, they were extremely dominant. They were. But they also had, I think they lost like 3 games that year, right? But they were still considered arguably the most dominant team to play. So listen, I'm excited at least to see what the hell we can do. But I know, game's almost over. But before we go ahead and sign off, what do you guys think of what's been happening so far, man? Like, were there any guys, that you thought would have, produced more than they did? Were there any guys that you were looking at that played well? Just go ahead and let me know that in the comments.
They play Arizona this weekend.
Let's go back to Instagram real quick and see what's going on there.
Broncos do have 2 timeouts remaining with 1:15 on the clock. Snap is bobbled. A lot of movement and a flag down. Rippon having a hard time falling on it.
Yeah, it's going to be good, man. It's going to be good, man. But listen, I got to watch that touchdown one more time, man. Just one more time. Yo, hey, Broncos, hey, Rams, I'm telling you, this is what's going to be seen all season. Your boy Gabe Davis is going to be a problem. Listen, again, I'm going to go ahead and sign off pretty soon, man. If you guys haven't already followed our Buffalo Fanatics on Instagram, please go ahead and do so. We're trying to get to that 100,000 mark. You can go ahead and go to supportbf.com, and that's where you'll find all of our links. If you want to join our Bing team, again, it's on supportbf.com. But I'm going to try to actually do it. It was a little bit, weird this time around, but I'm going to try to bring on, supporters of the brand onto stream with me, live during games, especially halftime and maybe even sometime post game. So in order to do that, all you have to do is become a super follower on Facebook, a super supporter, or a super follower. I want to say it is on Twitter. And then, of course, be a part of the Bing team on YouTube. And you guys will be able to join me on stream for sure, man. It should be fun. So are we able to hold these boys out of the end zone? Let's see.
Rippon steps up. He's going to try to run it, and he is tackled by Prince Emili.
Now Nate Hackett will take his second time out right here.
Damn, 42 to 15.
You get down there, that just
That's
no
wild,
room,
man.
And there's just not enough space for guys to get separation, and Rippon's not used to seeing guys that tight. I remember I said in the first half, you'll see if the Bills can do it in the red zone. Of course, Josh Allen scored from too far out to even get into the red zone. But you got to know, you get down there, the quarterbacks, there's just no space.
You see Steve Levy in the middle of your screen, the ESPN broadcaster. He's doing the Denver preseason telecast right now, but he'll be back for the Bills home opener. He'll call the Bills-Titans game here, week 2, coming up on ESPN.
Of course, Raleigh, of course, man. Of course, man. It should be fun. In season is going to be so much fun. Oh, my God. Just imagine how it's going to be in season. Colin, of course, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate the love. A few hiccups, but, we'll get this right for sure.
Play clock at 4. Scott. And he can't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah. Listen, everyone,
Again.
before y'all go, man, make sure you hit that like button. I'm trying to get this thing to at least, 300 likes, 400 likes, 500 likes every stream. So before you guys go ahead and sign off for the night, and before you guys go ahead and watch the Rico Report, just smash that like before you go.
That is the final play, and you'll see this too. And I'll say this: in this situation, fourth,
right? Listen, they get real terrified, but listen, I appreciate all the trolls for joining the stream. Thank you, I appreciate it. Please come back next week and every week after that. Right? Enjoy the ride, because you may go from being a hater to a supporter real quick. Let's go, baby.
He takes defensive time.
Yo, I appreciate that. Listen, let's have fun every week. But next week, I didn't see that many thumbs up next week. Right? We're going to be drinking. No. I'm sorry. Pause. Next week is probably not going to happen.
And he is going down. Elianku, the first to get there.
Elianku.
Brian finished him off.
And that will finish this game.
Finish the game on a sack. Finish the game on a sack. There we go.
Ripping the game effort, made some very nice throws, but just ran out of options down close to the goal line, and the pass rush finally
got a sack.
CJ Brewer also helping
Give me one more.
As the Bills
yes, sir.
Sack on fourth down, and now all they need to do.
Yo, that was awesome right there. That's how we dominate the second game of preseason. But listen, next week, I'm most likely not going to be doing the stream next week, right? I'm going to just be honest, super honest. It's the last preseason game, and we all know what happens last preseason game, right? I'm not going to sit here and try to make up an excuse. I'm most likely probably not going to be here next preseason game. And then I'm probably not going to be here for the home opener. But every other game, I'm here. I'm going to be here. I'm planning on going to the home opener week 2. And I'm planning on going to the Ravens game. I want to say, was that week 4 or week 5? Those are the only 2 games I plan on not going live. But every other game we're going live, everybody. So if you guys like what I did right here with this stream, if you guys like me live streaming, just like the video and try to push it out there as much as possible. And let's keep on showing support, right? So the Rico Report is coming on next. Shout out to Rico and everyone who's going to be joining that show. I might join in and share some thoughts here and there, but huge shout out to you guys. The Bills win 42-15, ended off with a sack. That's how you end off a game. But as always, much love to each and every last one of you Buffalo Fanatics. It's the Kingpin, and I'm out.